bobo perfume.
And the ya na encourage.
I can't be
encourage.
My boys we are now
encourage.
Depend on the power.
Obi time turn all the abecho.
Ya na bompa yes na de na pick am.
Na bomma ho. Bye bomma ho.
You yare safo nsa na yare.
We dey sa we yare.
Me sa mo yare ye geni. Eno se nka nipa ebre. Bo unia na jade o ye. Esmasi so na bibia timi kama. I off the more who head of sports. Oh yeah action. Yeah action.
Mubu mi ama ya ma.
We for the bua.
Mu nyina.
Asema o ka ni.
Ya ma. Oh nya me hwe. Beti mama mo Philipa. Ba them me afon kakra. Chamo cha azeze mubu mi a. Wa hu. Me ya ma.
Du mo bia be yemu. Yenti na yemu.
Ewo ho na be di nkom ayi so. The last time crab ni pe bi plan is a ko be ba be shock mu nyina we dey. Ya na me ke zo jai. Office kala kotonia. Yeko. Service di kame wa na me ma. Zena shog. Uzezi majai.
Said the mo do makwa di ne ma ya. Ke me fa bi ko ka ho. Ende me no ya adwe. Me no ya adwe.
Yeko.
Messi guzu ya history. Yesterday mo kan ho nsensem bebre in the MLS, and I think baby obi ko bia no why say said the Bible can say yes so kanea no na yemfa nsi eye table ne so say the be ya e be sere yakoba bia no. That is how Messi eye
okoda
quotation okosina rich esre wo sa
okoda zo
Bible na e wo ho no.
Hey,
that's what yeah.
You must have a big diesel.
Can you be on the can you be
I don't take much home now.
It is also
as I look how you can be rich status or say as well say.
No, as I look a woman soon say table man.
What was it? Can you be on this one? Definitely not your best. I'm messy. Yes, I be partners. No, but we could be on Usikania Dianaso. And he's really doing well. What Landon Donovan, MLSV MVP, back to back. Last year or Gina this year was Angie. And no performance no done a bit last year now. We improving it this year, giving 29 goals and 19 assists in all competitions. And I think that he really did well. But the truth of the matter is, Messi in this league, if truly true, no one can say so young back. The numbers he's giving a big give you a chance. And so relax a crack. He's decided not to be the Messi we used to know. We are age are catching there, but the competition and how people will push him to do more. No, and the more reason why you who these numbers. If they go be and not you pushing on because said ye beka seminar for Ronaldo who Messi who be ano or mummy no obia pushing on.
Yeah.
And no na ma uni awo ho no ase ontimi masere so oside ma no senkasa so na Messi wo Saudi Arabia league ni mu no abebo na one match with match 5 goals. Ronaldo probably want to come and score 6 goals. Samson na nua so ha the same thing. So omumienu no omo push omo ho e de omo do high though Messi no ma wo no. Sometimes I ask myself say with the kind of name wagini now he still wants to win more because if upon a trophy ni be because if you look at the individual trophies awarded there, waji Ballon d'Or maku 8. You are coaching me no account and no quantity. If I'm one, o chema o man kribe kejiri. Then kwaku aye onya de oye.
My good
Football no yes o man be hear something which is there. I say o po PlayStation. Na ni pa na nimbo chen no hye wo say yes I do bo nya de. Obi hye wo na wa hye ni bi. Obi hye wo na ma gim na ye de. By the only year no kwaku is becoming too much. It's becoming too much. And no ne man me kasa me Ronaldo asem. Ni na de wo mu no. Because say me kan din so be get to say kwa we das mazi adman no be HMU. But still have in here. So 1,000 goals in there no ni ade be here. Because no other tools no for fa na no other fa bo what you say. Me Messi break kakra. But still our good is our good.
Yeah, kakra
from stand by it. Yeah. Say the city bia mo pani bia mo pa mo ka. Sa de betimi aka no. Nas. Mesrawo. Ko Fakye we ne so hu na mame karaga enso ne ayi no me boy no tie wia the reason why ABOU probably all time advantage of Mohamed Salah the boy ni wiem say yes our game against Frankfurt no anybody na one pass ya ma advantage of Florent no you the bomber me wia na ya ba na edimu nkobo wa nti kwaku yentie.
He is a legend of the club, right? His legacy is there. If he doesn't score another goal or make another assist for this club, I don't care. He's been amazing. Where he really let himself down in my eyes was this season in Frankfurt and another game where there's a guy who signed for Liverpool who needs a goal more than anyone, Florian Wirtz. Instead of just being a great player for the club, be a great ambassador for the club.
For Champions League, we are happy with the scoreline. Here record the Amra Liverpool record, Akako Ramo Inter, Omashia Eli, Akako Farin, Atlanta, Etran Fichi, Chelsea, Bomekam, Emma Mutimo ne big game, LG Penia to US, Estero di Santiago Bernabeu, Hona Real Madrid Bukuno, Ehusti Manchester City. Now, Ujiri se sena game BBC Ako, Yakase Debia Yeba, Madaroma, Ninya Wadeba, Eba Bejina Boy Jumere Mamontino, Owa Kunya Soro wa Drincheno, Ebi Rom Kama Pa, Etini Ede Amayeti 020754 3637 020754 3637. Erbofie na Yababe Din Komo Kakra the MTN Free Cup round of 64. In our starting game, Kamuno Koswe were just Casey Park. Say Nasberry and all the lineup no Remedia Ma Krobia Kumasia Santi Kotoko Emranti Duba Kwa Omobu Jumede Mono Mohamed Kamara Philip Amo Musa Hamzata Lord Hilary Adabo Hubert Jao Seth Kuyo Zakaria Fuseni Joseph Amwa Lord Amwa Walid Fuseni and Peter Amidu Akwa Omobenchoran Aziz Aruna Dai Yawo Ali Francis Akwa and Afio Losinche Manu Jr. Ene o baba yala baba yaya listo hene ena yewa branti e fene boache na fi Kwame Opoku na Morfin Donzo edi omo ne players ani coach Abdul Karim Zito edi omo romo omo bu ejuma edi makrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko dino ye monitor from afar report bi ebe fiwa baron ebe remetimi edi amrizanze obia nyo obia yade ano edimpa eno hwe se de mun komunisi etia ya na e kantishina etodwa adoro na dwom na so se omamenya shocking scoreline is as a how to folk tifie and a true life FC ba be che omo bo mo to join na hwa as a we no a future stars omo warm up ni bi and na wabo modi a wo enjoy a ebo amane makoye de man krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko iromo pitch no so no eno so na edaso ani no o enjoy it no ya bo modi ani ya tu ABOU Kofi Philip, the youngest, and a master planner. Oh, Mako Akwaku Remo. A DM is all be enjoy chess videos out on na Apuama Nema Kuye Pere amount to any antra. Na Yan Kabumia Mwana Jumadino, and yet Crabberhead. Mamma Mo quick Bebape, Luta Bebara, or the Remo Marone, read the voice Jakamenechi, Okwam Siawa, executive producer, Benas, Ebo Juma, ABOU Kofi Philip, master planner. Omodo Muniachi Mwejoso NFI no yewo ebi etise MC Maligio Caesar Ediblay nezomo etaichi MC Aono Chidi NFI Junior Header Postiga the programs manager Abe Kukeku Oche omunyina ka bomo obo ana afia Kiola ene edi dwumadi ne remedy amount mamena mo quick me ba pe me man e ba ode e ba be kwa manone a breaking it down attaching it down ajeja mu yompo na mom Real Madrid Manchester City Serebeko, and now I'm happy with the scoreline. A Romono 020754 3637 020754 3637. And I'll quick about pet. Yakibia, Etwaswa Manoniama. Japanina etimi akoso ne ye pomodina matches out na akoso but big game no Real Madrid against Manchester City ojiri se be kosen 0207543637 0207543637 na ezi nja mumu MTN FA Cup round of 64 a standing gamer air costo wo joso OKC Park no ye monitor from all angles ye be rabia no ye bomode na yetimi area twaso area mana boa na ne ma de di so etimi area mount mamre na menko akwabi wo school no nya ademra beti niule unya ademra beti niule na eze ade ne ye mono chian ndi no omu abeti niule da oban bibi aboko de
Nyami atum bra na wo so e
bezo mo ye pa niule
Bani so time
za
Bani so time kramen koto no echi na
we modern type ada
oh latest one
programs when
so
there
answer facha de masa omo se omo ha mi go mo ni maso do so me shada ho ma shada ye say tete head teacher no
oh okay
no this person not to so no we say wa ko tofia ko office be what was that we share the space no space na me ka je say see what no one in for year so ko na tofia space na say
okay this all allow
it won't say me say omo ha programs manager so no esa na tete no and what was so much
niule
oh yeah
niule no we kuefia
we crazy no na me pay free after Christmas no they buy me nkura no say my project is you
now we ma
me yi ma mo say we me John Mama dey me president dey me
there's a one
ohu baby American dey ni but say stories dey go me three more am the brain microphone so na dan ya chinje share say the baby forecast we su pafenda ebi si you a V8 na so carry no V8 wo dey na a V column but 8 the nuri na nse na akoka magazine kakra nti nsu a etuto ibu na ebu
I compare say obe chichi ba
but am say me chire na master na won magazine no wo hu na nse say among for say minute trot drivers na fa na for kwa so we am nya see na say oh kwa na say ba
na akoka
say itimi twa do down kakra nsa say mun shadow me animo ebe shadow me judi
2026
ya feel Ghana fia na me ma fi
wafe
okay if so
2026 adia ye decide say ma unko bi e world cup
okay amen that some nya me I say what court are you guilty or not because I'm guilty now that's also with an explanation
okay the explanation
what say at the papa bia media na me say amen except world cup no man cannot back to sender
as all send ya
yes
okay
world cup there say me hotel crowd ticket now we yeah
but the man on here
how come world cup and what prepare for hotel hey hotel prices
I know
from 10th June 2026 babia na ukoda night $157 boss I increase up for $3,000 to $157 David Medeba almost say opening game hotel prices 16 cities babia na ukoda night $157 and na increase it got $3,880 and say utwa ticket na ni ya busa wanya hotel okwada hotel ni di say reservation away na way asa adina mankrofo suba kwaku
we are very well car okay ja from how to be charge o de ekeka ku ni ticket de ade mo di hunu abanya we
nyame no
nyame he nemba tiki ora ma mi jamu
o nyame be hwe ye si abotre
mi nkomo fi okesi so me hwe niam wo okesi club ye bot me hwe niam wo okesi
we dance we no we number no ma so intimi fa ma ho ye dio
As a media was only 2 hours on my also.
When number could have been say, let me produce and go. Also, me produce and the virginity. Julius Caesar, the man of the moment. Timina number. Right, Brennan Sanson. Now you're breaking it down. Now you're touching it down. Now you're knocking it down. You're not judging power. I'm not in some me patcho, mommy players are. And the game the better Man City and the Real Madrid or more and no one to me and more game be from Enchas here. Now compare my game and total a big empire. Now who can sub players way Uramo Real Madrid and no more out to me see Trent Alexander-Arnold or you out you were Danny Cabaya or you out Eda Militao you were Diniausen David Alaba you were Felon Mente and Eduardo Camavinga or more a Madrid players or me out and no one to more game and what you call Manchester City you were goalkeeper Stefan Ortega and you out John Stones on the Nessie Bronya Diana or Copra on say Christmas tree. No, or Sinidium, Wakopram, and watch Matwoda, and your Rodri, on Sopra, Calvin Phillips, and Mateo Kovacic, or more a players, or me out, I mean, Pop, a re Madrid squadra, me patchon, and no me out to man from Bape, a dama, my Madrid squad, or more the lesson of Bam, on one own bubble game against Manchester City. Now, squad list up by Mammy, I'm breaking it down. I said Kylian Kiki Mbappe, me Patroka squad your goalkeeper Courtois, your Lunin, Frank Gonzalez, or me 3 goalkeepers, or defenders Raul Asensio, Alvaro Carrera, Frank Garcia, Rudiger, why a Bassa defender, Antonio Bassa Rudiger, and watch your one Martinez, and your what me patron Valdepenas, and Victor Valdepenas, of him Quadanum, and Montinopa, your Jude Bellingham, your Fedi Varvade, your Chuamini, Adagule, your Denis Ceballos, and Benam, your Castero. Oh my friend, and what you quite attackers your Vini Jr., your Endrick, your Mbappe, your Rodrigo, your Gonzalo Garcia, Brahim Diaz, and Patro Mastantuano. I just said Mbappe, me patcho or squad in home. Now report I met him. I said Mbappe and Obesha said from bed. I said to me Ramwa, not reporter, me pick him from Benabao and Vadebas. I said Mbappe, me patcho Obesha said from bed. Now Franco Mastantuano or the report I met him. I said Bino Alonso Epese or Timishasiem. No Biaso Ayakama. Not my 2 key players. And yet Mbappe Allen Haaland Uche Omumianua so far 2025 Omapa Jumapa so far Kylian Kiki Mbappe 30 goals 7 assists Sasha Allen Haaland 33 goals 5 assists and then why na game ni any there why na 19 oh biama biaya kama no edeba mami dadon Florentino Perez abrano mo lunch on some papa big game say 2 teams executives omuhia na omakotiti kakra no the video no bia ho ademawa obon sadadon Florentino Perez, me patcho nam nuan pa one Manchester City panning for Kochia, or Mukoti kakra, no ma kodim come on, no ma set the game on a baconoma or some toto, no biaswat my kama, and no at the eba, no me patcho Steve McManaman. And the prison so by name, no Alonso encore, and I want tenor, and the pressure Alonso so as for sheer. Ma broke crackon more canofo, a better Alonso so a piso super 4-0 or Paco or 3-0 or Paco a PCM Pamanum, Yabusa Steve McManaman, a so penny mud that Jumaway be pen. Now Alonso 1 10 and I won't call was Alonso Antenna, Alonso should stay, and me and some opinion as so Admire, ye jam at Damam, not me patch of my mother Tim Bass, almost and a big reception. And I'm pay a Dama team now. A Brady Daswasa, almost and Heroes Walker. And I'm pay my team now. Me patch my images now. Not Yanya Juma Pay. Nina and almost team pass now. Bar supporters now. And your Poncono. Omupedi Rima team pass and name. Now biggest reception. What we are saying, I'm a team. I'm a person. The camera outside Banabao. Opens a Basaneba. Nessa arrive and I come. No best way I find. No Poncono. And a dispatch riders. A denim. No supporters. Shit. I dare not a Januisian. Nan sopa. Nan a game na camera. Na game na fair. Na me patron. I'm in tram. O Panya Fan Zabalata. O Beckham. What bad Manchester City pen. And your business opinion. And again, one a winner. What said no crap? Women sit on formally and more sorrow. As seen to my friend Madrid. No more. Madrid gave me a Banabao. We bear it me say. You present Jeremy Doku. Well, two Vinny Junior love or was said a friend or bam. Boy, no first, not in the final decision. I had to man and we're very careful. What me claim, what improve it about the final decision. A man who no love for nothing junior. I do know when you to Sala Vonipe and no at the floor bar. Yet, mom, not me patro and some pinapa, not mammy and your drum. I war Uramo for David Bassa or Donald Banana Alonso Banana. Fama man, Minana so Ramo va debe basa, me pacho va debe bas, banano mjabon, man banano, non crofo, a supporters no, banana omuda kose, a va debe bas no, a se pacho na so name call, mammy banan why, not young jam pacho echo, Minana so Ramo va debe basa, or the banana cobo, a so me ya dalonso, and no talonso a chi, or more chidiamapa, as the Paya Kama, Ama Alonso, na Omutana Chimani Kobabia, na no Rama, me patro stadium, no dia toso diamant, and no Ayo Rama, Aya Banabao, said the attempt, I am ready, some hours before the kickoff, na Meteman, Asana, Omo Ebekataso, I'm still roofing on, and no Omo Bekataso, and your ne, de Bessie, and ne, de Bessie, Muya City, Muya Papola, and Alonso Super Channel Bobrem, and no Pamaho, I day, as so at the Amaria Madrid team, Apasha, at the Aswoman City, and no at the Panon Bekataso, no Biaso Trayakama, no Ramamia no meetings, the last 10 meetings, me Pacho Machia, Urama Madrid, a winning 4. Sasom and a team, your friend Man City winning 4, and a mutu. I draw the last 10 meetings. O Benwa, what brought me Yonko, Nina Aya Pepe, and no at the Eba, na bless na rival, our va debe pass, and now Urama, me patron Mbappe, Ebayem, Mbappe there, na where a Jude Balham, no, where a mutia bones, yet a debasa plaster, after the near chi, as a bandage. Yet Jaffa near Chem, Nano on it, Bocha Iglesias, me patron, and challenge now. More than a pie when the near Sanon, and Om Jaffa more Damano, Mbappe so a pie, I'm a player, come on, Mbappe rival, Nature Sampam, and the Bibia Eshim, and no at the Eba, yet judge, I'm breaking it down, now you're touching it down, now you're knocking it down, as so at Damamon, not me patron, Alonso Banano, and a bear one a demon. As supporters, Edia Kopo, as the own stay strong, or Mutana chip, now, or never Ellen Haaland, as Swakasa, was a 10-year contract, was saying, at Manchester City, or Papa Pepper, Basso, no can simply Yente Ellen Haaland.
Category. They go to Real Madrid or they go to Barcelona, don't they? But I think you were the first, general superstar that all the clubs want. That came to an English club.
I think timing is really important. You know, with coming into City, they needed a striker, and all of this was also something that triggered me. You know, Pep's been playing a little bit without a striker, and he loves to keep the ball. So then I was thinking, imagine me coming in and Ederson just a few goals. Ederson just banging the ball in behind, and me running, scoring. You know. is also kind of a thing that triggered me a little bit to kind of break up the game a bit and also.
And no Froba, ye jama breaking it down. As so a damamom, you so a breaking on my down. Mammy American report I met him. As a buy and another or pulu hamstring. Our athletic bow team now report I met him. As a American report walk out for 6 weeks and son or pepper wet melba. Now what you makuma kunsia. Now Uroma mammy and fama. Our security me pacho. A point one Tima Yavan PSG Amo Papomne Babao Iñaki Williams Timon Nano Ramos Pena Tima met several PSG of the supporters Makumaku 2,500 na buy na ever PSG Ultrasa Omani a day na Dametem so Ramos Sant Mamesa so far on the security me pacho checkpoint as what be Babia PSG supporters Nipa 2,500 on free Paris Abano Massa some trauma there was some year on the barriers and on the banner as so abo actually say oh Basan Mamesa and now we PSG supporter and now so far no be sweat my kama and debam na beba team no led by Opinion friend and Neresto Varvante Ramo team hotel prepare no bia sweat my kama adamo my head of anumre game na epetoda no bia sweat my fine and no and eba ye jama mame tima you from England walk up no enche beba so next year Ghana and England and what the same group if we Samrain England that don't pay piano at the akuma so no more friendly game on pepper some pepper no Wembley on pepper against Uruguay na Japan the 10th Friday 27th March 2026 ball against Uruguay we per 4 days time no ball against Japan a send off matches on papa we are no say goodbye to the entire nation England now we show all the best no compare America no biaso ye kama papa Croatia first game we are on papa Ghana no ball Panama group L mania broma chasia prepare na me patro maminya juma hotel prices so amfa mom now walk up and report I met him as an opening game match day 1 the 10th June 2026 almost say Okopiaman and they say hotel prices are increasing na babia 935 euros got 3,300 euros and your opening match na Okoromo 16 cities me patra increasing power the 10 year almost say average a 300% increment and our package hotel prices per night babia na ya say 10 year Ukoroma I increase according to 2,377% na almost hotel na nka $157 babia na nka petua $157 and me patro the euros ma na 135 euros and na June 10 2026 and 11th June upetua me patro $3,882 what the euros $3,330 euros and upetua now per 16 cities hotel increment senator Mexico City hotels I increased by 961%. Oko MON-FRI I increased by 466%. Oko Houston I increased by 457%. Oko PM Guadalajara I increased by 405%. Oko PM Kansas City and 364%. Atlanta 344%, San Francisco 342%, Miami 275%, Seattle 261%, Boston 261%, Vancouver 233%, New York and New Jersey 228%. Oko Los Angeles hotels are increasing by 211%. Philadelphia are increasing by 198% and 74%. And Toronto 78%. And Tubako Kwadawa, Nwakene Brian Kama Chamberlain, and Arsenal player, and the way train or Arsenal, but you're training on. Now I say on it per Metasaka, a team come on, and no presence very possible. So between Arsenal and the 21 for a pair training, and no and what chair, a Metasaka or bar and more the brought him now, and sudden volunteer, and my coach in Jutuma, and when Arsenal at 21, a training. Now Arsenal Max Dorman, the Prana will Pranon, I may say Arsenal injured less than say anything, your Kai Havet, Sasso and a William Saliba, your Gebra Makalai, your Trossam, Mosquera, Max Dorman, and your Declan Rice, and no Edge Doan, ye Jejamon, no Pecambe story be my own, as se Urama walk up and Omudiaba, as se Iran, and Egypt, Game on Papanom, and Nuna drawn a pride mad, Omude a best support to homosexuality. Now, you know, for say Egypt fire and come for Iran fire and come for almost so sad and so Menokas Egyptian Football Association at Jakuma FIFA SNC da as so much no and name a patrol pride mad and only pay announcement as a lesbian homosexual for Omoya Aquaba, Omo a walk up America walk up and the Egyptian Football Association, Omusi Ensida, Omatro at Yakuma FIFA, as a Omusomon, a condemn, and ya desegay, and a fascist war, Omo Esusoso, and airport Ametiam, me judge, I'm breaking it down, as to Adamam, not me patro, more seller, and the Wakwa post me, the latest poster, Wakwa. Wakuta baby ho eyedua obian wo me patro ma ni post no the latest post no sala bon say ya dese baby otwanua nko a eno na daso no obian nim janse kire na nko mo hwe na sala dana no woten and meeting anya paso woni ne teammate no makosho mo ko training kakra na no mo yesa nko papa anaslot acho me pacho ene wampa na acho pa bia ma report am say bia na weekend we game against Brighton one trouble man emo dem so Ramo Saudi Arabia office ba na ba Saudi Arabia league no president was a sala baba Saudi where walk up am ready say omo ebegenom am bia so atumi aye kama na me pacho Saudi wano beto da se Benzema where starting contract yes nya no kra wonya standing trim fam obia eno edemete na Curtis Jones akasa was say omo support to manager your fan and a slot you take it.
So of course if we get beaten games that obviously it will affect them, it will affect us, it will affect us all. It's the same ways it affects you as fans. He's a positive man, he always makes a change and the style of play has changed a bit, and yet he's hungry as ever. He's exactly the same as us and he's in it there with us as well, so yeah, we're there with them as well. We always are. Always.
And no, I Curtis Jones, you know, now or some support to an assault, and from so be a pepano, or your nipa resource, ya, a perfect diamomo, now Steven Gerrard, a swat casa, was a Van Dijk, a Sandodo, a day way, a captain with Juma, one at a time, crown on, but was so movie, Gente Steven Gerrard.
Really upset he's not playing, which I respect. He wants to help the team, I respect. Couple of lines about throwing people on the bus wrong. Yeah. Needs to reverse a little bit away from that. He needs to deal with that with the manager. This needs Virgil van Dijk to go. How are we sorting this out for the benefit of not even so much the club or the team, it's the fans. I've seen this and I've lived it. I lived it with Suarez when he fell out with Brendan, face to face. I've seen it all, and I've been there myself from a personal point of view. I done the Salah statement in 30 seconds against United and got sent off. Yeah. So no one's perfect. We've all had head loss as players. We've all done emotional things where we think, oh. And I know in time when this all calms, Mo will go, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I maybe shouldn't have said that, and I was a bit emotional, I was a bit hasty and blah, blah, blah. But the end of the day is...
No, Steven Gerrard, Diawo Church, no, me patro, Mamma Juma, a referee, or Bedna Gamer, a Betoga, Swa at the Ama, me patro, a Bournemouth, a game, no, referee, a dear to me up, na ref from patro, your phenom, a me patro, Simon Hooper, Manchester United, Bournemouth, or no, any better center referee, I'm a beer sweat my kama, no patro, Mamma Fama, as NFL, a back, Germany. Na NFL na eba back e wo Germany no omuchema Allianz Arena baba ba omuchinso omakai e ho na 2026 omu ebe wo su NFL Germany omuchem se ba 2026 na 2028 na nyina ba 2027 2029 ha and so beto do Berlin na teams no official announcement eso entimi emaye eno ede eba ye jejama na mam Ronald Arroyo Wapemo Nazareth na enwa yedema so wapemo Israel na utwe Ronald Taroja me pacho owura no na okodidi kakra na yede elma no na odi images in eba obonsa one fans kakra eswetma twitwa pictures awo kopiema so for ye adwuma badere coffee no awo Nazareth no na yede wonsam ade elma no na owura man juro cry omo football association esom dom total support ema no omo tanachi esa onkonkoden na onya adwuma ema bia so ntunya kama emfa ema do pay bia no omo ogide mapa esa befa eso ede amano eno ede dawa ye jejama breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya knocking it down na ye jejama yompo eso ede amamo na demidiwe no mame emfa ma esa Barcelona eno game no boy and a day off edma Barcelona a team no Hansi Flick ama players no esa omo enrest kakra na so eno kwa Pedri, Testagen, Femi Lopez, Casado, Omunan, Omukwe recovery, Bia Camantina so, Yamfan, some out to a bob on a our Fatcher TV so, Yamfa Emrama Briar breaking it down, now you're touching it down, now you're knocking it down, near Judge Amuyampo, Ewa Amanonism, ABOU DIABY, editing and Trasso Emamo.
All right, Sarakazi, for Maluta, Baru Romer, Joso, Casey Parker, Future Stars Ashewa. Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko Intimiente and no ne scholar curriculum.
Omo kasa no mo de be ya adwuma na.
Mo join na mo sha we say go ne buy no na omo celebrity ni adia di ojuso Casey Park Krobia da form e ka ba ko a omo intimiente na ke mi nim ne me koso Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko we say kun mo aye di okin da bia Kotoko bobo aye show da bia Kotoko bobo aye show da bia Kotoko bobo aye show na amwedem
na mame mfanya se onana omasi afre no Cameroon national team
adey
sisi a breaking na eba sisi ano no se onana wasenya collab se omeka squad no ai onana
is that breaking news
ai
and onana the friend is
omeka indomitable Lions of Cameroon AFCON squad no omeka
Mate, me da se pa akin. But Gifted Icon season 2 bao. Gifted Icon season 2. Ya biya ya tumo e boa manema ekoye kama pa etimi e de mamo ni na no e Gifted Icon season 2. Na me pa cho uyo obi a oni nonto e ba ne Kasahari onim na ni so pa na ene no o street no so na ogbo adwuma na e bojo so a. Se de ye season 1 na akono na efe kofo ni je the orene ye de man na efe no e patro ya bie pono na to a Gifted Icon season 2 yes we dey that so no a street crown edition and no idea that so a ye boa mane makoye Paramount nzo no onim nyom to Kasahari o onim de fa nyom akonya na do so obeba aba be pick form so no na Fakye TV enuano media sere ye no ewrom kama pa itimi e dia ma patro obetimi ababa beramu ewo ye no officer o peya na ezi obantu me any praise be sorry no any di enemy anaso o praise udi nkomo bia na ene no onsu nyanti ase a number ni 0550 772113 0550 772113 0550 772113 na boa manema akoyere amount Gifted Icon Season 2, Street Crown Edition. Now say the street is watching, the crown is waiting. Sa pepepe edisi etienti asaka ubie ya ba ye bana ya ba bebo juma sona boa na ne makoye pretimiera ma Millennium Constructions zemenka enfantros ya niji sema ba esma sene ba don't come me. Millennium Constructions don't come me. Millennium Constructions ni na ze gazine ya bo modern a discount to da so Ghana baby a pass asia to bia ze o amanone o Ghana ha zo the video ne to so na hwa asase yantam abusu champana baby bia no be kona wakọ akọjibi na wahwe na boa na niam adeda yie pa etimi edi ama kama pa me pa cho entra amanone ma obi mfa o sekin Ghana nka na ni nyina ne so obebre o sa abo se sika ne mra no odi tuma na ofa akọji no wakọ akọ dinti me pa cho me de number ni tudwa Ghana baby a pass asase atobia no Esmas in Millennium Constructions or my bomode etimi atete so hum ti from na na ni omon kasa na yamwana niama ended the year print me farmer 0244 574084 0244 574084 0244 me pacho mon fan chemi na me 0244 274084 0244274084 na ne on Millennium Constructions in paying for edin komona ya boa na wonso na asase no onya wo de ya ka so mo system mo 15 solid years o medjuma mo ye no ya de ano edin party ya tete so don komi ko na kokojo de na ne man ko ye fama Gentleman Dental Clinic zebra na bra be romo maso ye na ombeboa na wo se no apai fita ya ye bi ewo bia no ya bomodin clear amansoro anya fa ho de ye there is a nipa o na wan di usini nia ya na e ha adwen ye ma ne ha adwen ne se ebeka kofa ya nkitinkiti bi dia bro entu benya kra enka afemu ni nyina no e wo so miti dentist emprene mi no ne Gentleman Dental Clinic abi pono no etimi area to na de tie ne yes ne examination consultation ya de be romo root canal treatment no na wo ram ne ahwe na ya ye de amani na nze dodo mu sen no e han comfort tie mo enjoy dompe esmas na eba no e wo so ore na obubum na wo enjoy Gentleman Dental Clinic scaling and polishing niama bi akeka osidi no ye bre ne yi nyine fio ye wi aya ohu wanim teeth white no ye de aka we de amabo so se no apai fita ni nyina ne bo no form Gentleman Dental Clinic se no se no ba kusia ye bre ma braces are medicated one eba be bo abosome miensa 9 no no se o se no esa so kama pa o se na tu na person replace no ye hwe na ya hye wana mu na afi so kra no o be so si o no gold and silver a Gentleman Dental Clinic and also kona yitimi abo Ghana omo bebi a omo ebo ejuma komase a Abreport Junction Bantamai Street no so no ubenyo omo Techiman magazine kenten kwan no so no unyo omo call for idia omo be Central Police Station afrawo OCGCB Bank ubenyo omo Tamale so no Tushigu OC Post Office no omo be MTN office 0598 731 823 0598 731 823 na 0559 139 582 0559 139 582 Romney Abwa na niama nko ye kama soro entini enfama to madaroma ye baba bejinamu ebo ejuma no e man hwehwe no ko ye pede e ma o e man so tutu e de ye so etini ere ma meba na maba be kenkan mu message na mo dwanti college me pa cho nkechi mo amatwere wasi na result ni nya no e ye dwanti college ono so okọ na okọkọ to adisua no so na eboa na niama ko ye pede ma na me pa cho tie ni dwanti ebo mode a enkofu esu se wasi no yantwam pass no more 100% e da wo say bam ye the stamp si so edine utie mi a mame ma wiye akwara na mfa dwanti college ye bie pono de ato de ama no SHS1 ekokowramu 2 e de ko free wo betimi akona wa ma ba no etimi akwakunya ne ntete ne wo ho onu wura ya pani abisa se pesika to e de akwara ne be ko uni anampo obewramu nursing training na teacher training ni nyina sen hwehwe omo ye no ya de a eye kama pa omo de a 2024-2025 academic year no na result ni ya de a na ano edin panti afisu na damu courses omo fa na science visual art agric science business general art and home economics also a center waye kaje atuma wasi no ye bɔ mɔde etimi atwe teachers e child all ni nimde era de akwada ne kɔ hɔ a enkonkonkodwe ho so ɔkɔ no wakɔ akɔ emmema semizanze ntete a ye de mɔ ne ade a ano edin pa kuma wu nkwanta na koko wura no mo abetimi afa na ma no komo bi ana ne mpemfo na di ni aboa register aba no 0243 721 659 0243 721 659 and 0597 064 048 0597 064 048. Genti College they pay setters. There's a jumana omo ebone adia ano edin papa ti romana yambo na tutu eren ko yepa emfa emma dwenchene and Madrid against Manchester City saying erebesi akọ mehwe na men kenkan mu messages ne kakra ansana yakọ yenim na de akedia ato aso kama pa so etimi edi amamo dwumadie kese no so a ma mehwe na mewuram na men bone taw ana yenko yenim na betimi de afa 020754 3637 020754. To all AGR drivers, keep up the good work. Fakye Sport Papa. A pretty good Chakapama. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching live from Sabozongo. Give us more sports updates and say Chocho. Good afternoon, Abu. I don't know what is happening to Kotoko, and I don't want to know. But whatever the problem is, they must fix it. A team that I could die for back at the days is now beaten by smaller teams. I can't think far. Waiting for today's prediction. Greetings to all teachers at Kumau Apostolic School. And Wasiwa Dams Nediaro. Good afternoon, Abu Dhabi. This afternoon, you guys are doing a great job. Keep the fire burning. I'm enjoying the show live and clear out for you, Chrome in Bono East. And I need update on Man City to win. Justice Che Nediaro. Good afternoon, Abu. Good afternoon, Abu. Tonight, Madrid will win this game. Tonight, God bless you guys. And I'm Konsuko Yokro watch you live watching live. Atlanta for Nyamin Shiamupi. And tonight, my darling club Arsenal will surely dismantle Club Brugge by 3 goals to 0. Biaga, friends of Allah Madrid tonight. We are watching live from Akima Safo and Osikaba Couple. Hi, good evening, Fakye Sport. I'm watching live from Kuwait. Good work, keep it up. But still, Hala Madrid. Namauza JT Soa. I really appreciate the chemistry between Luton and Abu. Keep it up, guys. Yeah, that's Sky B. Good afternoon, Abu. Yusuf, AK Sky G. And I'm watching live inside Akim of Wase. Real Madrid is going to win by 3 goals to 2 against Man City. Francis Kwasi Ban. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching live from Mansour Tano. Congratulations to my darling club FC Barcelona and John Beidu. A great one, whatever. Ebe Ramajete Soa. Liverpool, you never walk alone. Anane Konsukojo Chrome. Man City B. Man City Berry. Baby Real Madrid fala no yet you're there by no and I dance biam. Good afternoon and I'm also JT Mr. Luta Ken Obomo the eba betwa so ntuzo de no manembra Roma yebe kenkan 8 area amana boa na nhye no akoyi kama pa e de amone WhatsApp line 0207543637 ye there quick ye bape ye bomo de na de akibia ato aso de amamu ye ba sesia. the Bajuma DKC and also still yet Sutima. Yeah, boy, Juma, come, pray to me at the Mount. To Zoro to me, I'll join here. Now, or I've been channel bar on Facebook, Fakye TV. Wa follow, wa like, wa share, boy. Na Niamaku ye peri amana fi Fakye TV on YouTube. Kwa also wa subscribe and kama pa na bibia. Adaye timi amount on WhatsApp 0207543637. And a big game on wine arena, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and in update in a banner we okay with. Good afternoon, I'm Kwame West from Akoma Dine. Real Madrid win over 1.5 and on their banner we saw also good afternoon Abu Fakye Sport Papa Liverpool all the way. Greetings to Ene Kwame Frimpong Asante Akim North MP. Ajadan Jansan Gideon and on the Efi Eba Be Ramosi. True love isn't just acceptance. It's the desire to elevation. The highest expression of your love for other people is your commitment to help them improve, evolve, and become their best selves. It's wanting more for them than they want for themselves. Improvement is the highest form of affection. When you truly love someone, your greatest desire is their growth. There is a message with the enyamedie. Or love, and any other now. I'm say a year no ecstasy show. Good afternoon, Abu. At the Fakye Sport. I can't escape your show just 1 minute. My darling club Barcelona won yesterday, and my enemy Chelsea lose. I'm waiting for my biggest enemy ever, Penalty FC, to lose tonight. Then my job has been complete. Good afternoon, Mr. Abu. Abina Sandy inside Sunyani Regional Hospital. If Cristiano Ronaldo truly played as a midfielder, where is his Playmaker Award? If he was a beast in his young age, where is his Golden Boy Award? If he is the greatest goal scorer of all time, then why Messi has 6 Golden Boot while Ronaldo has 4 Golden Boot? If Ronaldo is carrying Portugal, then why doesn't he has 0? Then why does he has 0 international MVP? If Xavi and Iniesta carried Messi, then why does he has 2 Ballon d'Or, 1 Golden Boot, 2 Playmaker Award, 2 La Liga top scorer, 1 La Liga without them? If Ronaldo isn't a system player, then why has he failed to win any UEFA Champions League trophy without Modric and Kroos? Long live kudos to Nicolas Pepe for saying the truth. Good afternoon. This neurotransmitter from Pope John SHS, a minor seminary, called for you there. Abu Real Madrid will silence their critics today. Mark my words. And I'm so messy. Real Madrid is going to lose tonight. And I was also good afternoon, guys. My name is Shaibu. Inside Akim Oduma say, congratulations to Barcelona and Barca, best team in the world. Greetings to my wife, Messi. And to us, mom, a Joso Okese Park, first department, I call it still more time, or future stars one, Crobia Kumasia Santi Koroko, Nel, and no, ye dear Ramon, and I can't say and call for the Montino. Footage is out on a Bemamo enjoy Kaka, and Yadia, the Woha need trouble, a Woha need trouble, no, said Yama, is Etienne. Now, Crobia Pans, he said, no, damn pan, as he see Yenye be Crobia. Hey! Special! You're wrong, Kakawa, man, on here. If any champion at that form, no, what are you, woman?
I will fire. Let me be I.
Oh, be I.
Energetic, way.
Energetic, no, you never call ye. Kwame na Chamiama, Medidum, kama, pa. Be a co, kama.
More fire. Okay, I'm sure for now, Emma, but me, this will be a hoye. Na yini nkomo kakra awo so Nandra share Champions League matches na even before say me bandra matches na me dia TSC and net di anymore. Two tell stories no also was it hotel prices not spike or World Cup cities no cities no na maybe I don't know them any my say the din the double boss na say products social media no be to my way. What is it? Mama yanka ekrom ya hwebo no TV so Fakye TV go zembe yi World Cup.
Oh David.
Munya got all right. Everyday. Munyi na then I said three ekrom hwe World Cup. Go. Skana na luta bo so ne ne yama na nkofo ne yom ho. o plane ticket ne kwan for so a over secure visa nyamai na o head the way and ma si akọ dia heading but ni nyina mo na be fa ofani and brother Luther be catch say Egypt ne Iran for game on bebo World Cup na se no na ye game already sa city na nkasa a decide say they want a particular match omni be ye bibia demonstrate ya chere ewia say LGBTQ+ so sa na from gay ne lesbian for no omu freedom ene niema o say omu kwan nti omu no madi nkia plan omu niema ato order that say World Cup no one of the games ombeye sa niema no ma show date e dia to waiting for the draw to be conducted na your teams are ombeba ho na countries ombeba ho any how matches never condemn omu the exact matter ebe fall on that day. Fortunately or unfortunately yeah draw ni wie no Egypt akwa akopie ewo the said city. Iran akwa akopie ewo the said city. Now Iran and Egypt match na fall on the said date omo na di ho nkomo se eno ene ye da ombese omo ona sa ade no eba na quickly people started saying say we the bad then say ye be hu bibi e tesa yen ka se enye FIFA ene choose date no enye FIFA nso na aka se omo meye sa ade no eye kuro no ena ateki omo stand say we ni ye pese ye ewo ye kuro ma ye mpeso aso eda say and unfortunately or unfortunately akoshia match two nations now omo ye involved no these are two Islamic nations open nkofo a omo ye against LGBTQ+ and the hon yema untime nko pass Iran for untime nko pass the Egyptians omo me enu nso na eba be hia nti say ye pe match bi a bibi say on person be bodin di abata wa ko nka sa nkofo ni mienu but akwa kushia time amanfo nso omo di omkronso take omo decision I don't know komo a ye tin say the Egyptian Football Association has sent the official letter at the akwa koma FIFA almost say almost state categorically clear said they are rejecting the hosting or the holding of any activities related to supporting homosexuality during their match between Egyptian national team and then Iran scheduled to be held in Seattle, USA on the June 26th. Almost say almost catch FIFA say World Cup ni yen yeba krum habebo a tournament event but without or minor or more banana say countries no FIFA ain't me organize World Cup because yeah can 48 nations in here decide say ball no mo nkoba we could say FIFA ain't me organize World Cup
no correct
nti eyenkofo no the constitutive FIFA and no more never ball match and they are enkofo in no circumstance and on best so homosexuality so FIFA say agro na ye di no a fair play and say a fair player you should not infringe on obi the right say a nipa ne religion ne background ne culture ne belief and you should not infringe on those things and if FIFA for na nkasa ne mo preaching no ye the air adwuma two countries na eba besi akan no omo say a taboo aya achiwade kese mo Egypt for so omo ntwen emani nsi they have sent official email and they are called FIFA say among communicating from America company normal set of one intias said you can't host too much in a but in Kofono Mbabe you can do your thing in different game. There are other countries that are more accepting those things, you know. Fine. Mubeti else how much is no. But these two countries are in Kofua. So what the banners never park in the Swa and almost supporters do eba and to Siho. Their fans will protest against that. They won't allow you to have Adena Opesa Obayeno. You will fight them back. At the end of the day, the beauty of the tournament we want to enjoy. Football, but they are not careful. It will create another thing. Another school, and so by culture will say, and Kofona or more propagate at the end. Say, oh, per se, ye kaso be a hate jackpot. Ye draw the view who say Iran Egypt match now. So I didn't be seen a jackpot. Yeah. Do you know why?
I didn't hear.
Say, uno be pray, baby. Then you partner against what they are. I know can say if you can't beat them, you do what? You join them. Kweku say when you are able to defeat your enemy, Adia or no feel comfortable so now we didn't soon him against Adia on pen in the will now it becomes non also. Did the protesters announce and confirm person propagating this LGBT plasma? They will be happy if they are able to find their way to showcase more banners and in Egypt and Iran for that. You think they are not
bingo
pa jackpot. This is going to be a big decision for FIFA to take. A big decision for America, man, and Kasa. In South America, they in support, but the ABOU Egypt and Iran, they say, Mampanino Tia Kunyosi say, our American, Donald Trump, he's somebody who is also against LGBT, no, and
oh, okay.
Senke, any other different president, or yet in support of a never be a TCA, who can get different thing, but the name Donald Trump, also anyhow, or yet religious. Said in Yamu some any in the university or no, Wakano on numerous occasions on him said Yamebo Obane Bema and so on on J Obano Bawari, Bema and Bema warrior, and that is the only thing advantage to Egypt and Iran for whichever way you look at it from. I think that the best for all of us ever boy you make to accommodate and Yemabi. You don't go and show this in the midst of people who are against it. Let's respect people. Adewe, FIFA and fan near see from America, my and fan near see from. I'm a young Asama and can't find you. The beauty of the World Cup we want to watch our American. This match alone can dent the image of it.
You see,
you should fix it.
Angle now feedback. No way, no. To say you call my Sonia Mabisi so. Or see who say Hano. A bonnet Kessie. A Mokan say Yamrase Mose. Then a would disempa Kessie. But we see various leagues are here by one or more soon back. El Tisses Adu or Monya, ya sanction. So Muyini Panimu. So Sebabe say, yeah, meaning Egypt, Iran. Ebe your margins on Mumba World Cup.
Bad the Umbeba. But the third match, from where I sit, that is what I see. Umbeba too much. The idea was a match. If Oman, until I say, I'm rare, a bit dented tournament. If care is not taken, Arab for minimum on how strict he can be. Our money may be home. Means soon America say, Oman yet proper measures to curb whatever. And for the person we will say till on 26th of December. Kuku. You won't be surprised that match they will not honor the game. They can do it.
Well, you know the back way. Iran should be home. So
that's what I'm saying. Say, yeah, careful. I will be a benefit. Memo munye emanin trigger anything. We've heard and conform. Master say we come and some say walk up now. Yeah, kono. There might be bomb threats, there might be attack, and then there might be cities, maybe games, maybe any other. Let us not find ourselves in that situation. The earlier FIFA addresses Egypt for me now, Abano, the better for all of us any tournament. Let's leave it hanging this way.
Mate.
You drew one development we'll talk about it. Chairman, Mohamed Salah, say. Unia Senyako IG and Brad you post to ye nachi Emma Jimmy Karaga Corrity Tika and there was Senyako IG Chairman na post to ye na conform a reading meanings into and Yema omunim message aya behind the post any day. I say Unia post nature say he's in a desert place, a no man's land. Ideally he belongs to a club. Club may say you never walk alone, but now he finds himself here. He's walking alone. There is nobody to talk to. Ankonam. Ya yine ba kwa mano. Ya jai na asema mano. Kama phobia ni baby ya ubia ntai na chi. Ono kutu. Ne papa mu nko obotima omo se papa mu oboni mu. You never walk alone. But you see, we're finding himself in a situation assemble kope. Cha akode kan from so ba kope na udia papa. Na nko ya ajenkon. But he say, yes, so a demon. He say, Onokwana Enanti alone. This is where he finds himself. Now, development, then in the Yema ever post Endra match, after some question interest. Now, let me say this. Endra Liverpool make a very big statement. Beating Inter, I sat here and said, I have nothing to worry about with Mohamed Salah in this situation. If Liverpool win, a big statement for them. But now maybe who say Inter ever what it takes to beat them. But and Slot went then, defy all movement, played a very good game. Tactically, now the boy is very disciplined in terms of a build up from mature. Not final passes now. Ebe located the final players out front. And no, Liverpool are finding it difficult. But that not said, they were able to maneuver their way until the 88th minute. Penalty, Bamo converted that penalty. Liverpool won the game. So on paper, everything yesterday, they played very well. Say, after the match, and the coach, and he said, meeting now, Luther doing commentary and pay any area. He is not the first, the right person to instigate, say, Elsa Mohamed Salah, Ebe Pacho. And yet Liverpool and El Somoka. And then Mohamed Salah's sole decision. If he thinks that the Oye and Wafum were Neni, also about Bontina or Pacho, or Park Club, natural no coach, there is nothing wrong. They accept that. They look into Amoniamba a woman. If the game on the ball over the weekend, Salah fetish of a bar, he will play. But the situation where he comes out, Wame Pacho, Wame can Simbia, a dear Sumbi Ebebano, they leave the situation hanging until someone may take proper decision. Now, my one commander, a free Saudi Arabia or more league in the air and the CEO Edema Saudi Professional League. Then come where this Mohamed Salah is one of their own. A Salah's decision. Any clubs now or more Saudi Arabia and they be decided if they want Mohamed Salah, win a pen and now win a pen. Wow, back gaining ever cost no. Egypt there and I said Saudi are you ready to honor Mohamed Salah, whatever would deserve. Quickly the truth is, young kind of crunch. The back and forth now I see between Slot, Liverpool former players. Mohamed Salah and then draw results now a buy. Mohamed Salah is a goner. The chapter at Liverpool is closed.
I see.
He will be welcome into the team again, but he will not feel at home. Obetima Pacho, Yabejatum, Amanaba back, but on feel at home. Relationship now see a break between One friends and Slot.
I feel never
jagu more. Because and that's a yabo match. Now Mohamed Salah start game now. Ekoya no problem. But Obona Nkoya na coach ni eyi free man another thing. One team ni free man another thing. Or starting match now one for now no man winning a problem. Omu winning without team and also problem. Into onya that serene environment now all enjoy our club Liverpool. The best for him. He is going to be away for at least a month, depending on Egypt national team. Leveler Ombedru El Afcon Nasim. I think that Liverpool and Salah and find an amicable solution. Or no Salah no say who say Bema be yebi, wa mama ye ni na, wa ba be som Liverpool. They also yebi and wa yebi. He's won everything there is for a player to win at club level. Now umbo out peacefully. Mema niema nsan exaggerate. They say they obeka biya no. People will be reading meanings into that. And until they say, or you post to and confess first, not post to. But the last very 2-3 days, they be opposed to image a reading meanings into the situation. And then they have Okum El Club and friends. But I think that the best for him, when it's a chairman, go out peacefully. No court to also be from where he thinks that he will be appreciated. No uncle, no query. My chairman Andrew Chelsea for the call. Almost say Chelsea. Almost 4 games, no more we need you. Almost draw 2 and lose 2. Barcelona after losing to Chelsea, we need almost 4 matches now on the road. It tells you that Chelsea won the Mahon in Akobo Barca for reservoir. That was just by the way back. Adia Enzo Maresca a year with Chelsea to think that 119 changes and a wire into his first 11 in the last 23 matches. 119. He been see that.
Wow.
So coach, you about 23 matches. No wire substitutions required into the lineup. No 119 times. We reference Enzo Maresca and IS and Endra, whoever or who a game. No, you are not even a Chelsea fan. If you are a fan of football, after the match, I posted something said he's a joker of a manager. I don't think that Enzo Maresca, how are Oyen and Yemen, he has the potential or he has what it takes to be a world-class, top-notch manager. Todd Bolly, Blue Co, say clear league for and that's Chelsea. Enzo Maresca, Chelsea coach. Abramovich and Combe Pamano.
What are you winning coach?
Forget of Club World Cup. And what they bona opinion bono consistently. What I say is consistently inconsistent. How on earth do you play a game against Atlanta for crying out loud with 7 defenders? Who does that? Who are natural midfielders, creativers in your team? Our bench. Now, coach number 2 for right back from you own the team in you take off Enzo Fernandez and bring in Malo Gusto to come and play number 8. Now, one no team or bench. Oh, what's the name? Estava or ubet me, I pushy Jao Pedro, Abba and now, all bought naturally honor. Line up on Omodia to go at a point. Kukureya ewe chiro, Badia Shil ewo no Josa Champo ewo and we for fana Ephraim Esande Tosin Ebekan ho. And then 2 right backs ewo team Nimfimfi. Abra midfielders and the wingers ewo team the bench. Who does that? When I saw the substitution, I told myself, say Akwani be lose match. After naming him CBC, lo and behold, he lost the game. We are no about excuses are for him. Think that the earlier he stopped overthinking and get things right, the better for Onoankasa, Nejumana, or a numerate big match, Santiago Bernabeu, Chairman. Remember the team near depleted. And Nema Ecoso Madrid Musisi. Then the time I'm a match in the horse in me, I will not delve much into that. But I can't so many things about Xabi Alonso. How our adore Pep Guardiola. You see Eddie Free Pebble, the Pebble, so edify Xabi Alonso on time and Oba. There are people who think that Xabi Alonso is a Barcelona fan. Who will get there. And some not starting about and yeah, no common. Let him do the right thing and win the game today. If in the future, our Real Madrid no a bit to us, it depends on Ende. If he has dressing room in his hands, it depends on Ende. The dressing room na jeopardize said the Yatia Montia Yatia Huna, Kuku, Omunda Nedine, Niyuhu. Manchester City for now start, but now 3-4 matches are payable, so then I'm ranting about match. They are putting their pieces together. I started airball, good football. I started air results. Madrid ain't teaming crisis moon to also for 2-3 matches, sir. Boys never react to any
I do was call line, yeah.
Real Madrid boys never react to any To be very honest, it's a game where I sit, it looks more of a drawn game. But goes to those who are cheering in for Madrid, but they will definitely find a way to score. Have faith Kylian Mbappe still will do their job. Vinicius Junior will party maybe. Say, and in a draw, possessing draw, I will not be surprised. But Obibe Winia, I think that Real Madrid will narrow way to get it over Man City. So I'm going for over 2.5 in that game, but a Madrid double chance.
Mate, mebana wahwe ada we na me but makwaku maestro Bramansa na ye rem ne ade a ba obi ya boko de nyama she ye de but the second department na ba still kotoko enshi be future stars asho mo wa you monitor from one angles the meba bia no yan fan come here for ye rem kakre
when some no more now fear cause be say me daily match e wo fear but mamenya no kakra wa monane na yebafia yetima curriculum na bibia timi ay kama Kwagu Enzo Maresca no am say December nya na month and I think say no one needed him because you share November onya ya betina ha ball na ba so no crab ball no ma nya nominee eba November coach of the month for English Premier League anymore. That is not the same thing he's doing in the month of December. And Kwagu so share Enzo Maresca in Chelsea now. Last season at a point, we felt to say na Chelsea beat the league in Impo. They started well, winning games and making sure that we be a course and so to the mom. But all of a sudden, when it was in December, I say Sano normal winning be my SI idea Everton because also last season, even in the Premier League in Quantity in Comuna. In the Premier League, Opa be room award December anymore. December no. He had some wins na otunuze emuya kasa de mano. But kona nim na nioma ejigu because 1st December in last year Premier League he won 3-0 against Aston Villa. In the same December he won 5-1 against Southampton. December nimu biem ebe share against Tottenham and no was the year 8 December. Kwaku everyone osa be share biem 15 December against Brentford. Kwakuna oba wanima benya 21st or air konanim na. He drew on the 22nd against my friend Everton. Oba ebe Lucy on the 26th of December to team my friend Fulham Eofie. Oba na nimwa ba be hu Chelsea 30th December also lose BM against Ipswich Town 2-0 ewa away. No Ababe Rum in the month of January. But who's a honso obo 1-1 against my friend Crystal Palace. Esa be ball the January 14th 2-2 draw against my friend Bournemouth. Eba ma and I feel from 20th January Hokono or Shashes win. So Kwaku so Enzo Maresca no man or Chelsea now. Let me say a dream maybe optimist ye and I want stati a core year man and I didn't Santiago. Because if you look at the performance he gave in the month of November, tactics I would want to deploy any game to win here. These are the games that he played in November, and these are the results. At a point in time in the Premier League, any Champions League, no, Echo Bebe 3 games are saying no one consider go. You don't know what is wrong with Enzo Maresca. One of the few coaches among them say they temper with their lineup. Coach, I started the last time and said, the partnership between Fofana and Chalobah is proven to be one of the best because in the last 4 games no lose and even conceding goals no there issue at the man ranty Bakoku and he didn't knew. Enzo Maresca decided to temper with Sa Adiana and now Noma Enzo 8 me as Sibuoso and the match me Chelsea. It will interest you to know that Adia the special one that told no ye na 8 me here. Kwaku yesterday if you look at Chelsea's team the starting game now Fofana Tibenjo Chaloba or Obo Kwaku the kind of partnership of my form you don't decide to play Obo me and you say ba continue bench Kwaku ba in what in God's name and then you decide to play a champion as number 2 21 number 2 for 2 bench
but it do be visual Kwaku when you sure say matches now bar pace on a cabintina a force coaches in a soma yeah no more years
Kwaku I've sat here and defended Enzo Maresca when now Rooney Mudin come what far ne rotation and I said the players he's giving them opportunity to play. They are players that you give the opportunity to play. But Kwaku, they are positions that you don't temper. Kwaku right back no. Say open say James, ABOU or Gina how many are there. In this game you are playing him as a defensive midfielder. When Malo Gusto Tibench. A champion no Gina 2 for then away. And we know the Chelsea team no now omo bobo no boni ye aside the beer Moises Caicedo more that performance no. We've seen right and left back and say they are integral to Chelsea's success. They are going forward and even they are defending. No ball one call say inverted as a one for no never side. So Ubo Champo was right back. How do you expect him to invert? Sometimes you don't just understand him. Or come here quack when say game a more dinner did say game ready. Chelsea quack will lose no pusunum no akọ friend in someone for no one attacked no aba no that be game no game we are after game cycle na kwaku so because looking at the performance he gave against Barcelona any tactics to the room no you wouldn't expect this performance I will give you at a point in time that Chelsea I was like okay let me see how second half no be and Chelsea came we saw the performance they gave kwaku symbolic and rotation no many issues with rotation no. But I say, oh, yeah, rotation now. You will play go ahead, so positions. That is what we want to see. For what he's done for Chelsea in recent times, Kwaku, the trying to over Tinana watch it. Because will be your papa, no how Libya. From Bagia Chelsea free, any trophies or Yama or Mumbai Chelsea in Primo. But go bed. So which Macan will be a fan. But he needs to learn on the job. I just say, we give him an instant I know come. Unim team na wo coach no sesei ba sesei no ababa yesa nti ye befa na sa na be bia tima ka gwaku hwe de omu ye yire o full backs be omu ginigina. This is what you want you this wo ye no ma wi a dey tina di a champion be ball they bought this game that Chelsea e penyo ma ye no now this out here this game na Chelsea ball e left and right backs there I think he center stage with Chelsea midfield hole Enzo Maresca there.
James Carroll, when you picture the 3 players you see in the midfield, 2 right backs, 1 left back. James the United hand. two right backs, one left back.
How do you then
the center of the midfield?
Surrounded
by 4 midfielders.
No, I'm a boss. I could just need we are Negesman, Xabi Alonso, Mikel Arteta, na
Mbapa.
Mbapa disease or no, Savantina. I don't need you. I'm called for no. My own Musibia Sina. O can go with tea. I'm a mod your open on me. Almost see a bon.
To be honest, when I saw the substitution of Oyi Enzo Fernandez, now I thought that they are born and
David, or no,
Malu goes, I'm like,
Unia Dajo Crow, yes, Edgeman. Koku, assembly Nana, 7 Gerard Ababekano. Koku, saying na free a bonti babe kabuma Edgemano, Ubiane Hawa, Nentiti, Unyan Fee, Ubiane Hawa, Usiana dear, Ubiane Hawa, busy far reacting. The reaction of Mo Salah, no, it's not something that a faina or yes, man. We've seen him so what na bench under club, not club no person channel one channel. We've seen that with Mohamed Salah, but that time the Liverpool fans kept quiet. Nobody talked about it. Today he's on a bench and he feels that he shouldn't be on the bench because of what he's been able to achieve for the club. Into Din Koma. Among 4 man, yes, and name was that is Mohamed Salah and Sana or that is the way to go. Virgil van Dijk as the captain of the team. He is the leader of the playing body. So if Obia was Shawasi, enya asemo team nimua, you walk to your coach and you talk to your coach and you make sure that trash things out. Because if it's about performance in Tina Salah Benja, we've said it here. And you know what's na bench if it's about performance. Because the Liverpool team are not performing, individual players are not performing, but they are being given the chance with the hope that they will come good. So if that is the case, Mohamed Salah will expect same. So as Steven Gerrard say, Liverpool Football Club need Mo Salah back. My back on answer, me can't do one of can we know their source in night my come. Liverpool Football Club need Mo Salah back, playing well, back scoring goals because he is the best player, best scorer, and he will help them get out of this. So the problem that they find themselves, Mohamed Salah na say wait my age man dia mom. O we pe no ko na nim de ba ko na ba. Na jara da ka kire wo say mame ba ko na ba cho. It's obvious he is obviously really upset. He's not playing, which I respect. He wants to help the team, which I respect. To we pe no can enough was the captain of the team in Virgil van Dijk should lead the charge because he did same when Luis Suarez had issues with Brendan Rodgers. That is what captains do. And if the captain now Masanuma wait is easier, why don't you blame the captain? Or because of his skin color? You blame the captain as well. Because if your best player is not playing in the team, do you think we a player now a captain and you sit there at least you have a clue of it. Yeah. So Virgil van Dijk should act on that. He should act on that. Imagine and then somebody that you feel is a coach, you feel the person give you results and he's not been playing. Won't you ask questions about it? So that is what Virgil van Dijk is supposed to do. But we are blaming Mo Salah say, what not there, no what can was him. You don't decide what I should say. You don't decide the reaction I should give. All of a sudden, Mohamed Salah be a bad player sitting on the bench, Alexander Isak mo, Florian Wirtz mo, and ABOU. When we've not seen anything significant they are giving to me from Liverpool. And you set someone down or no one more consistent performance, he will definitely react. So the best advisor, Virgil van Dijk, Steven Gerrard, Virgil van Dijk, he should learn on it. Among sorties, maybe Mohamed Salah there, Obeko, and Matitis be say Liverpool foreign say they will be willing to listen to offers in the month of January. That will be the best thing. Matiti teams in Bibli and a basse ya head the ya chama for din. Yes, Munisika. Basse head the ya between din, Omudia bum, Rema de Dingum, Saudi Arabia for no. Kwakusa mini papa moi. Baby said never be ye. So Alonso the now I won't advise him to go to Real Madrid because Alonso can't even deal with the OCC and war. The Salah can't what any assembly never say. But if Alonso knew no be betima manage egos near the area, Real Madrid is not a bad place. 33 years, betima be 2 years account. And Madrid like someone will position her. Someone Antonio de Fena or no waba nesini baby fifi. So you need to learn on a job. So if you get someone like Mohamed Salah, not the Real Madrid team ni mo the individuals no mo pep or masem na ya adwuma na de amoma. I think that would be some sort of a good destination for him. Na bibia no enso atimi aye kan so Mohamed Salah de said na menu the special one ka no. He is a goner and e dia obeja wan so atimi akọ. Christian Kibu de maka kire o se coach bi o experience bia obe na ajan so obebo no. E ya de obetimi ahye no. Weekend ni yehudo de ya branch efe na ye Fabregas ni komo. Or to throw one and pass because that is where he belongs. Or on the no. But when it comes to the bigger stage, Niemra Maya Dumana or fall short. And now I was saying Cadron and Team are caught 18 games in the Champions League without losing a game on the FIA. Obo Boa Enye now lose what you think of Neighbor Dwane. Koku Maka Mesaka Bim. One of the bad decisions Inter Milan taking was appointing their former player. Christian Kibu so many they play, they build the team too. And a level what team go drew, you know. They are gradually bringing it down. And from the look of things, he can't do anything in the Champions League. In the Serie A, he can't do anything in it. And gradually, Inter Milan will be reduced to the team that a told maybe before Antonio could decide mass be no Sabim Nebesako. Because with Kivu Kwaku, instead of who be team to the table. And it's going to be a worry for team in Tamland. But I think the beer na obetumi season we asua de na next season no ono enso atimi aba back na bibia no enso atimi afefefe ho o say team be na ebo
there was an Olympic game
Real Madrid and Manchester City
no man no anjabi de ti ye na wie na preko
o tell me na de jado de ayeka asewem do kasa na o kan na yo de ndem jesa na tie na it all carry Jamai. Kwaku, Real Madrid and Manchester City nebo.
Yeah.
Kwaku, a game that a make or break for a branch of Alonso. This is what I am the the pressure that it comes with coaching a big team. No, I am not easy. The mechanics only be as I am a character. Frank Lampard in Babia man is a because what he did in the Premier League, you know. Who say and I think that Sir Alonso now to free Real Madrid, he will learn something from this appointment, and he will know that it takes time because over years now you didn't come on here say Carlo Ancelotti, a assistant coach for Italian national team no money ade no anybody and what we draw because Alonso money na na he should tell you have an experience na free ade ba we do ne. But I just say more move free, Louis Van Gaal move free. That is to tell you that you need to get that sort of experience to be able to manage the dressing room. Current football is not about tactics. Yeah. It's not about your players alone. It's about managing egos, making sure say you are keeping all of your players happy in the team so that nobody matter at their mom. One thing that Alonso lucky ASR when it comes to keeping all the players happy. You've seen Vinicius Junior money at their day, Federico Valverde, know their positions and whatever is going on. That is to tell you that he is someone that is a coach, sort of a developer. Because Obetimia develop a man for Amanoma and Sotimakoye. But in terms of managing egos near that, that becomes an issue. But this is a game that you don't need to be told as a Real Madrid player, say, go and fight for the badge. This is Real Madrid, and we are talking about the Champions League for that matter. They won it 2 seasons ago. Last moment, this season is their aim to win the Champions League. So when you are playing, now you want to qualify another the kind of results are Real Madrid, there should be a reaction. And I know they said there will be a reaction. Manchester City is no, but these are the games that he didn't come say. We are a Real Madrid player, we are Barcelona player. Now we are side games are. You need to give reaction, and maybe we make give a reaction.
Malte, Merasepa, my show be able call there.
Oh, do you have in Yakopo Nadom? So be able call there.
We give you na. We na near my yo. Oh, me na near my ye. Charles is critical. We are the man.
The Bastel na be.
Hey, my show tabuko.
So we are defending champions nebo.
But tabuko my show. No, bonnet there. But they ship crime, mamio.
Obi able to me say.
I want to mean create chance o my show. I want to mean create chance. I don't know dia makrobia. What I chama on the kakra. Yenya niamba.
There be a big game the night of UEFA Champions League. But Tenra, I was very happy for Hansi Flick. Any more than the man of course, some people, I mean, had it point say Barcelona would easily trashed over Eintracht Frankfurt, but then the game became very difficult for Barcelona because of how they actually paraded their first 11 and how they wanted the game to look like. Hans Flick, the said, he always makes sure so best take it to on one own kind of possession of it, and then Frankfurt for making sure say they can easily come at Barcelona. So over high pressing now, maybe the low block, maybe making sure say me compounded a lot of players are a lot of space to thrive on, and then it will be very difficult for you to make sure say Ube Yusu Lami Yamal and other important players within your setup to actually thrive over. So look at Kwaya, the side of Barcelona, Etio Moka after Frankfurt for Eshe the first goal in this particular game. But Nipo by game anymore. Changing every effort in the game for FC Barcelona was Marcus Rashford. I have said it time and time again, say the guy every Manchester United ever Barcelona on loan deal. I think say it was a blessing in disguise for the side of Marcus Rashford, because Enra, it was very difficult after say Barca take and money 1-1. It was quite difficult for FC Barcelona to even mount pressure over Frankfurt from a back line, because they were playing 5 solid defenders in a defensive structure and almost also about 4 solid midfielders in their midfield. So it was quite difficult. But at the time Marcus Rashford ever into the game we saw a certain person over, and then Obe changing the scenario, Obe changing the face, making sure so there's also a good assist in that particular shape at Eboa Ama the side of FC Barcelona in that kind of wonderful win against Eintracht Frankfurt. So I believe say right now as we speak, say Unya Lami Yamal, Unya Rafinha, that's a good person that when he comes in, he can easily change the narrative of the game for you. I think Sir Marcus Rashford has become a very good reliant player in the form of Hans Flick or making sure so in the last game that he has played, he has been able to match up 13 goals and assists for FC Barcelona. So we'll check it currently as we speak. The frontal attacking third of Manchester United, Ubia Monimbo intimation, Papa your friend Marcus Rashford. Check it the side of Benjamin Sesko, over 3 goals and assists for Manchester United. Brian Mbeumo, was 7 goals and assists for the side of Manchester United. Then Obidise Matheus Cunha, also 2 goals and assists for Manchester United. It bounds out to tell you say Marcus Rashford is on top of his game, and then he's doing very well at Barcelona. Bibia Ekuye Edemano. But in a big game, it was Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid Aircraft Committee, the side of Manchester City. It has become a particular, fixture day in and day out to be in the last 4-5 seasons. We've seen Real Madrid Football Club playing against the side of Manchester City in most of the special games in the UEFA Champions League. Now they've played close to about 16 matches at the side of this particular fixture. Madrid is having 6 wins and Manchester City is also having 5 wins. 5 draws the team PIB and these particular 2 football clubs. In terms of goals at APM in these particular 2 fixtures, you will talk about the side of Real Madrid Football Club at also 29, and then Manchester City also winning and also scoring 29 goals in that particular level. So in terms of goal scoring level in this particular fixture, 29, making it 58 goals in this particular fixture. But so it was Santiago Bernabeu. We are having close to about 8 total matches. But Madrid, it may win 5 matches. So when Madrid and Manchester City are playing, it was Santiago Bernabeu. It's very difficult for Manchester City to actually win over the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Or might may win just 1 game and just 2 draws per PM for the side of Manchester. City and this particular 2 football club. But some more Etihad Sports Stadium, almost 8 matches. Madrid so winning back up, and then Manchester City has been able to win 4 matches at Etihad Sports Stadium. 3 draws in APM for this particular 2 football. But and Elmo Santiago Bernabeu and a honor and a history a lie for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But so what check is Xabi Alonso. And then Yamobe and then is going to be something different for the side of Xabi Alonso or Edema by over Leverkusen, because he's going to meet one particular coach in terms of experience in UEFA Champions League. OB UEFA Champions League with the side of Barcelona was also with the current team or coaching at the moment. So when it comes to some of these elite coaches or match the Champions League at OB, Xabi Alonso ain't me NG the Champions League. When we talk about the knockout stages, do semi-final, Xabi Alonso is yet to taste that kind of momentum in the Champions League, and this time around, Okochi at the other side of Real Madrid Football Club. We should expect the side of Xabi Alonso will try to play the 4-2 tactical 3-1 for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Franco Garcia bebo in the left full back position, Carreras bebo in the left centre back, then Rudiger Ebo as a right centre back, Raul Asensio Ebo in the right full back position. In Finfi Honomono, Eduardo Camavinga intimate partner Papa Chouameni in the midfield. So we get Federico Valverde who will be playing in the right midfield of Real Madrid Football Club. Then Chouameni as a deep line setter, making sure so remember in a slow decoy format in terms of progressive pass into the attacking third. No, he will officiate that kind of things no at the Real Madrid Football Club, but into the attacking momentum of Real Madrid Football Club. DIABY. Since 2023-2024 season, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and then Vinicius Jr. No, this particular evening, we could see this particular three trio on the starting at the side of Real Madrid Football Club under Xabi Alonso. Rodrigo Ebebo in the far left-hand side. Maybe you will see Franco Mastantuano playing the far right-hand side of Real Madrid Football Club, and then Jude Bellingham playing as an orchestra, and then Vinicius Jr. playing as a false number 9, and sometimes Ometimi Adobono in the left wing forward at the other side of Real Madrid Football Club. This makes me think, say, last 2 seasons, in the absence of Kylian Mbappe, in the absence of Karim Benzema, and I said before, say Kylian Mbappe Real Madrid Football Club, no, there was a tactical method do not Carlo Ancelotti used that season, or did you the Champions League at the Real Madrid Football Club? Or making sure say each and every time you are married, ever go into any fixture piano. Rodrigo de Guez now all in the far left hand side for Real Madrid Football Club. Now, at that time, not born in the right wing, but then in terms of interpositional change, any person of us will create a lot of overloads in the left hand side of Real Madrid Football Club. Or making sure so interpositional change from the far right hand side into the left midfield in the side of the left midfield of Real Madrid Football Club. Normal Vinicius Jr. swap in the left hand side of Madrid or Mancasa attacking movement. Some years are now create a lot of overloads. We are not going to see Kylian Mbappe starting as a false number 9 for Real Madrid Football Club. So meaning say Vini Jr. and Rodrigo de Guez ever mount a lot of tactical overloads in the left hand side of Madrid or Mancasa attacking movement. Then you talk about Kwanya Omofa transition. MC, I'm going to switch the first picture. Now, Xabi Alonso, when he beat the Suns, when he met the opponent over this particular last weekend, we saw Xabi Alonso at any moment in time, or share a particular tactical team above the high press system of football, and as creating a lot of fluidity in the midfield at Tembiano, about 4 solid men in the midfield. Just to make sure, say, Obe compounded a lot of spaces at Obeja, and those opponents wouldn't have that enough chance to make sure somebody penetrate over there in the midfield. But I will check it into the attacking for the Oja 2 players per Ewohonum. Sinabaya at any moment in time, your opponents able lose that kind of ball. These 2 attackers will pounce upon it, and they will have a quick reaction in terms of quick transition for Real Madrid Football Club. So 4 men in that particular midfield, and then 2 men and 8 age anymore able in a counter-attacking situation for Real Madrid Football Club. No one switch the next one at the Amami. Now, Madrid airball in that particular defensive transitioner, it is quite good for Xabi Alonso because he has a lot of defenders. At any moment in time, they can easily play the rest defense system for Real Madrid Football Club. This is Thibaut Courtois will try as much as possible to play the ball on his feet and then make sure that the defensive structure of Real Madrid Football Club ever widen on parts very well, and then you get someone who will command the transition for Real Madrid Football Club in terms of Federico Valverde in that particular midfield. Now, check baby highlights in the that is Obi to say Federico Valverde trying as much as possible. So Obi commanded the midfield just to attack and press the opponent very well. So over here in the midfield, all partner and then you with Chouameni in the midfield for Real Madrid Football Club, you should expect Valverde will become that kind of person in terms of midfield, or a quick transition, or slow the tempo, and add a lot of quick tempo to the display of Xabi Alonso ball, especially in the centric midfield. Now you got the next one Fakye. Now Madrid able in more attacking sweet foot in terms of football. Now we begin come catch us say so what check Xabi Alonso boy against Atletico Madrid. It wasn't good for Xabi Alonso. And over the last weekend, lose 2-0 against Celta Vigo. It was very difficult for Real Madrid Football Club to have most of these opponents or Mutimi air trash or Manasa or Moshe because of how he attacked. Now, there is a game there that's not the last one before this particular Indian community. Now, Madrid try to say Obe attack in 5 movements, and that's a 5 players, but it's me ebe for so in most of the pressing system attack at the side of the opponent. But 2 players ebe leading the attacking line, no making sure so much more pounds so a lot of attacking moment against the defensive structure of the opponent. But Madrid 4 attackers they feel as much as possible to add a lot of pressing threats to the opponent. But you the next one we in the next one in common. Feel some add a lot of pressing threats to the opponent. So this is Federico Valverde making sure say obetimi announcing the presence to most of the opponent, telling them say they should work hard and then press the defensive structure of the opponent. And yes, sir, they will have a quick reaction and then score against the side of Real Madrid Football Club. When you are attacking an opponent and when you are making sure say ubetimi amma a lot of things also at the opponent, you don't expect that you 2 attackers no more attacking the perform no mujine very relaxing and then you wouldn't press very hard on that particular moment. And I think say Xabi Alonso this season pressing here, and that has become a very good problem, and that's a very bad problem in the setup of Real Madrid Football Club, most especially in attacking moments at the Real Madrid Football Club. But when it comes to some of the identity in terms of attacking fielder, Xabi Alonso use the M-to-M pressing system of football. But they use the distance marking system of football. Ebuano, Emani making sure so we take a good of balance and a good of shape in attacking moment at the other side of Real Madrid Football Club. But in terms of Obuyo Otimi winning ball in the opposing half, not Carlo Ancelotti or that kind of tactical method or that kind of percentage, at the matter in the season under review 2022-2023, we saw a certain Carlo Ancelotti in terms of winning ball in the high pressing system of football. We saw him doing it in that particular season. Now, 23-24 season, at the moment in time, not winning the Champions League, the number of matches of boy and then the number of offensive overloads in terms of pressing movement for the side of Real Madrid Football Club, as ultimately, but then Madrid winning the Champions League. Then 2024-2025, Madrid wasn't pressing very well, and they were not making sure to make man match up with any other opponents. So her graph there, that's now it was quite good. But Xabi Alonso buy Ekosura na abafo. Ekosura na abafo. Meaning say Xabi Alonso in terms of most of the matches at the Madrid, he has not been able to become consistent enough in terms of pressing for Real Madrid Football Club, and that has become a big problem for Madrid. So only if some Manchester City etimi pressing Madrid very well at Santiago Bernabeu, they can easily score a goal. But check it, the side of Pep Guardiola, the tactical 11 obetimi atuja ene Madrid and as Manchester City tries to about the 4-1-4-1 tactical flexibility. That is the ultimate, that's the favorite tactics by Pep Guardiola or against the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Nuri Ebebo in the left hand side, then Guardiola Bebo in the left center back, Ruben Diaz Bebo as a right center back, then Nunes Bebo in the right full back position for the side of Manchester City. In terms of midfield, Obo in a certain moment in the Rodrigo Ascante last 2 seasons, Ebo into that particular perfection by Manchester City. Nico Gonzalez will become the lonely pivotal midfielder or be supporting the 4 attackers, and that's the 4 auxiliary attackers behind Erling Haaland in attacking moment at the other side of Manchester City. So Guardiola enya this particular tactical moment here. 4 attackers behind Erling Haaland, they are called the space eaters. Omutimi eating most of the porous spaces are opponents in the major away, and this season, some of the defensive mistakes at Real Madrid Football Club it may lead to a lot of conceding of goals. It has become not more than 17 goals this particular season. And that makes me think, say, looking at the auxiliary attacking threat of Manchester City, Doku, Foden, Ryan Cherki, and then Bernardo Silva who leading the auxiliary attacking moment behind Erling Haaland, they can easily cause a big moment for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Manchester City, ebe also something in the end.
What score line there?
2-1 for Manchester City.
Or Santiago
Bernabeu. But then will be a big critique one that's in the Ryan Cherki. The last game that he has played, Cherki, he hit my pedasol.
Okay.
Open ni poor work form apart from Erling Haaland. Player back work form pan. Manchester City almost set up in the papa defense Ryan Cherki. In terms of most final passes completed in the final third in this particular season, 30. No any other player come close to Ryan Cherki. Most touches in the opponent box. Check the numbers in the most chances created this season for Manchester City in terms of Champions League, 6. Most take-ons completed, it is 5 for Ryan Cherki. In all other competition, he's doing that kind of magic. That ball on KDB, Ebo, Edema Manchester City, in his absence, I think Sir Pep Guardiola is a suitable replacement for Kevin De Bruyne in his absence, and he is doing that particular one. And Yamama, Saban to be going anyway.
Malte, Medase Pa, Baru Ramo Kese Paka, Ubejo, Anya equalizer, so 1-1, Igusobo. Menimzi game no say the missy here and the above, and I have travel to penalties because Edinburgh. Good afternoon, watch you live from United States of Adam Kwame. Man City will win with ease. Joreba Ebevramu and on a good afternoon, Fakye for Kwesi Calculus. Watch you live at Bremana Sikuma on the fee Eba Babiramu and Adia. The more update on my darling club, Barcelona, Man City will win tonight. Visca Barca. Bomodin 8 year so and I will so say hi Fakye Sport. My name is Kalusha from Manson Nyamebeche. Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 1, Hala Madrid notify emojis no Bomodin to us. Good afternoon, Fakye TV. Please give ABOU Mohammed more time to give us more odds. Your Esmas is coming. Narayao from Tamale. Na small yet match match is ready na uni Bomodin Aboboswa na Marena Mayewe Abana Buana Niametimi Akoye Kama Pedi Amae. Hi ABOU. Kudos to you and your crew for the wonderful job you guys are doing. Keep it up. ABOU, it will be very disastrous to let Kobe Mainoo leave Man United. Ruben Amorim needs to think twice. And a nice presentation from Luther. God bless him. Arsenal is winning tonight at all costs. A good day. Rian Kwanta Nodifi. Good afternoon, ABOU DIABY. I'm watching you live from Sabozongo. Give us more updates. More Apirigu Chaka Palma Chama Nigeri's and Emeko. Today Man City will win against Madrid. Messi from Ousu Lampa Sehi Asan Reneso. Extend my greetings to Kofi Boga, Kweku Isaac, Jodeba, Ebe Ramon. Good afternoon, ABOU, and the entire sports crew. I'm enjoying the show live inside from Kasiem. Keep up the good work. I really support the Ghana Football Association talks with Asante Koroko captain Samba Unel for a possible nationality switch to Ghana ahead of 2026 World Cup. He has been very solid since he's joined Koroko, and I think it will be good if we get his services. I wish my darling club Asante Koroko victory in our ongoing game. And all the Fiereba Beramu. Good evening, Fakye Sport. I'm Jonathan Lee from Sunyane. Madrid is going to be Man City by 5-2. And I wish good afternoon, Fakye Sport. You guys are doing a good job on sport. Kudos to you guys. Congratulations to Barcelona fans world for yesterday Champions League win. Abdullahi Adamu Daladi from Gregu Ajaokuta Gogi State in Nigeria and on the Fiereba Babe Ramana. Hi, good afternoon, ABOU. Anaba Kabiru inside Agona Amenfi. Real Madrid will win this game by all means. Vamos Madrid Ebomode etimi etwa so kama pana we so I say hi ABOU. My name is Gyoyo inside Sunyane Fiape. Liverpool all the way. They should let Salah play the game against Brighton. Greeting goes to Frank ICT Yakubu and my son Donald Owusu and my one and only Cynthia all inside Fiape. Man City is winning tonight. Special. I'm say oh join in our here. Give no na ne na say man we enjoy highlights ni bi ni ade but you go so e koswa ade no emu aye dempa ha di go no so ye go na share camera no he bibi abo ne ba he de control ya ta ejuma na di o abi ma na say for matches nto so na hwebo so ye na ho ne enkomra why the mama he ne matches no de owo de ma na ye enko anim na nkofo messages bebre wa na menye we ne
Korabak ne yes. As for now, no job my engine. Ever funny side. Korabak ne yes think that over 1.5 perfectly in that one. Okay, Villarreal Beshe Copenhagen, PSG Atletico Bilbao over 2.5. Borussia Dortmund Bodo Glimt a win for Dortmund and over 1.5 in that game. Benfica Napoli. Well, couldn't coach in the Champions League. So I'm going for a double chance for Napoli. Benfica mean whom chama Jose Mourinho. But to be very safe, over 1.5 now or Honto or Arsenal. Ever quite share Club Brugge. Ever Juventus win over Pafos. Matcha Kenya match be but you coach in there, but still they win against Pafos. And then Leverkusen Newcastle goes in that game. Maybe both team crowd to score perfectly in that game. Real Madrid, Man City. Macasa is a game I see likely say a better draw. to over 2.5 or so in that game. If I have a correct score prediction in that game, I think that I'll go for a 3-2 win for Real Madrid.
Wow.
So who should be winning? I think I'll go for a 3-2 win. But as a match, like I initially stated, it looks more like a draw game for my liking.
Mate, ma yɛhwɛ na yɛnan ho bra, but still call KC Park 1-1. Yɛde ho yɛba yɛapɛ yɛtiasi na fa fise no. Very true that Barcelona is the best club in the world, and it's a fact. The Odiba Biramo Ewohano, and I'll say the Italian Maresca is totally a scam boss what pains me more is how he faced the press, always explaining instead of him to accept the defeat and move forward. I'm a panka. And see Dumpo say, Panka, so a poor more dear fear Baba Ram. Good evening. I'm live from Facebook. Please, I'm asking Abi, how could he compare one who only scored goals in 18-year balls with someone never Messi? I mean, Ronaldo as someone, and I mean, anybody. If you are still and I be no other Ronaldo as
and will be able Ronaldo Messi. And the message is even itself is defeating. Ronaldo say goes 18-year box Munkwa. Now between Messi and Ronaldo, why they say long range goes?
Hey, Ronaldo.
Between Messi and Ronaldo, why they say long range goes?
Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Joel from Elubo. Man City is winning 4-2. And I was also good afternoon, Abu. Real Madrid is winning by 3 goals to 0. Nana Kofi Mensah from Takra, the Kansas City. Kansas Road, no. Keep it up, Fakye Sport. And I'll say hi. Good afternoon, Fakye TV. I'm Wantubu. Watch you live from Navrongo, Man City. All the way, we are winning. Your day, my day, twice, no. And I was also good afternoon, champion Abu, boss. I'm Awodie from Asim Fosu. Slot is only riding on club's hard work he built, and he has nothing good for Liverpool. As for Dimekaiga, he is a total disgrace to mankind. What's wrong with Salah interview? He should keep his apology to himself. Mo Salah is still the king. Boss, let every Liverpool fan be assured that we will bounce back. Big ups to my darling club Liverpool fans, and still we will never walk alone. Your bomarding Eddie Etwaso, and so no. You Romana, you need Komaka, but the store called a Joso KC Parker 1-1, and on the score line, you Cromoa, a Boamanema Koyepa, a Timmy Eddie Emma, Kwame Opari Ado, Eka said the Magro Sakra to folk. Nane, you be sad as a hard to folk, Yatitis among the players in Eka. Now, 170 or so, or no be chichim, no chichim, say, now Kwame Opari Ado, Abomodin Chimunamai.
No, December is here to run. If you say we owe players that is running into December, I'll say yes, because December is here to run. At the end of the period, everything will be paid. Outstanding. We have December to go. You know, some companies will pay around 12, 13 for mid-December, but then we will pay at the end of December. Yes.
So players are owed only December salary as we speak?
Not only players, everybody. No, we are December.
Kwasi Asante Krokonya, was a 9-minute winning goal. And it seems a refreshing news at the Kotoko, because game no me a yaba the we are as about I was a guaba, the Miguso monitor na Makona Makudi Kobole there. But after we Ozaka said for Hamza Isa home. Na Hamza Isa issue are na ye can't come. Yet and also command or Mapomo dear found.
Yes, I'm not going to lie about this. I've read it on social media and on other platforms as well. But my brother, okay, let me respond to this. In the first place, right? You remember the same person, the same individual that is supposed to be behind the writing of the letter, right? Granted an interview, I think about a week ago or within a week, saying that the map is Hamza is at 2,000 cities. I think 2,000 or 2,500 cities. He mentioned something like that. So, okay. So if you tell me that the player's monthly salary is 2,500 or 2,000, as was mentioned in an earlier interview, how come you turn around again to say that it is 5,000? So which is which? You are contradicting your own stuff. That is number one. Number two, if you write anything on behalf of the player, right, the player will also have to let us understand that it is he that has given you the mandate to write to the club or not. Then the club will be able to respond to you appropriately. Good. That is where we are. Yes, I'm not going to lie about this. I've read it on social media and on other.
Adia no ye nkomane wabomode etini edi remebwa ma niama koye kama pazo Peter Midu akwa and a 90+3 when you are the second grade ama Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Your creative still has issues, you know. Ibrahim Sani Dara and so Akaseria for the new Romo Astina, a quality players pardia. Or you are to forget me say bed in Kakra, Zeni, Obeyebi or Honum see, and Wabomodia churches in Mache.
The truth is that you cannot get the top talents because one, you are not competitive. You cannot pay the monies that the others are paying. And thirdly, the talents that you are bringing in are not fit enough to play for Hearts of Oak. And it is a microcosm of what is happening to a lot of the teams we call traditional teams. Now, single club owners are able to take decision at the whim. But for Hearts of Oak, for example, you want a player, you have to go, it has to go to Togbe, it has to go through this person. By the time you finish, one man is taking a decision. He says, player, no, yeah, nah. Oh, the player is good enough. Yes, it's good enough. How much is it? I'm paying for it. Have a check. It's paid. It's gone. It's no longer happening. This is why we miss people like Hariza Kor, Thomas Okai, Alaji Has, may so rest in peace, and all of those people that run Hearts of Oak, particularly Ankala. For everything Togbe has done, you can put up every facility you can put up in this world. If you like, go and bring the stadium at the Benabao to Pubiman. If you don't win your matches, you don't win trophies, you've done nothing. This should sink in, and it must be a case for Hearts of Oak and Kotoko. It must sink in. The modalities of what was done yesteryears won't work today. Get your junior sides in place. Get scouts to go around and scout for talents. There are millions of talents in Ghana. Please don't buy half-baked players to play for our traditional team.
So Gidi say baby a na make keke no oye we beboa my heart afa ne tuma pefra.
For heaven's sake, I'm pleading with His Royal Highness. He has worked with a group of people. It's not worked well. He's changed coaches after coaches. Every time they blame coaches. There's one area that remains intact, and that is management. He should change it. And let's see, perhaps something will change. Persistently, you've been changing coaches. How many coaches have Togbe changed since he became the owner of Hearts of Oak? It will number maybe perhaps in more than maybe 20. If the persistent changes in coaching has not changed, perhaps the people helping him to do the recruitment must also change. If you try one thing in business and persistently it is failing, it is about time he tries another thing. Maybe change management, maybe get help from somewhere, maybe change tact. And I'm sorry to say, I observed the local terrain intensely, even much more than before.
Here come our the Mami Ramo Joso Casey Park. Martis is giving up on a real nominee. ABOU Kofi Philip, the youngest in me come on now on more for you kakra more come on. Fanche, ABOU Bibi Aboko there? Bibi Aboko. Now game no Fakye Ramo kakra. This is a banner we say na near city ewo Joso Casey Park is here.
Okay, I met you for Papa and some Fakye TV. Now, we play more at Chuso Okese Parker between Future Stars and Kumasi as an match on Echia Baby. Now, Martin Utim Sena more she supporters Nunsu Ebe Piemo had to do na make us and Kaya Babara Sports Stadium. Ka VIP as your honest row in a Aboma. Inti Martin Abbey Kumasi as an Echia Asher 2 Emma Future Stars at Timubako. Now first half no and a Joel Agovi Edika Eshe and a second half no so Ubejo Vitia and so Ebeteka into a car there 5 minutes to the game close no and a brancher your friend a brancher your friend at Eshe second goal no Edema Kumas and Kotoko Peter Amidu Aqua Eshe go Dema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now what you say Future Stars players no who say referee no ball no offside into omni referee no presso game na be still na supporters no any referee no presso I say referee no officiating no na niama enko ye ewom into utim say police for no so about source of Future Stars players no more utim say aha ayehie pa memom Kotoko players dey there o ma guide o mu nyina e dey o mo wura dressing room mo na memom Future Stars players no and that's so our park and so.
Abayaro wa hu ye na wadi nkoma odo na nti o kira so ba ya bomode ato aso di Crobia abomodi advance from round of 64 per the okano. Eza kokra.
Kotoko omo kokra. It is this idea kotoko de. Omo no omni referee niasem. Into omo de omo kwakura dress my guide omo. Them future stars and the supporters no. And I end to omo wase aye beja wa hase.
Bwa no china de be kibiana no pana de be ram de amai. Why?
Okay, basketball player.
I'll tell no ye are you Kofi Philip and a master plan and a Coco Ramu Honoma or more airwage money at ya. John Toa Herba Clinic, Maka, John Toa Herba Clinic. Any weird Diana were Jana Toa. Naya Reni Abo, Nanyama Kuyepa, Eriama, na the Etianese. Yes, it na Yambo, na Bibi Uncle Yama, Bami Stroker, or more specialist or Mijman or Mobono. I know a dimpa stroke not to what 2 years aqua. Bosume pepepe na also agent on so after no ezi akie wodru a waso agent so nenso ombe modern physiotherapy ne rehabilitation no ya de be remedy amaza rehab no hia ezi ana stroke ne ba adwene da de ozo munya ade bia ebeboa na ahwama so wogyan on so na ne makoye pa etimi ede amao na nya no nko yo ba wapeba unya bi ni na so bu nse nhera maye o de ni mosi na mi aye du nya 244 na asay Jantoa Heba Clinic kokwa bosume miensa pe oboza wase afofra obewa fa wafa ba nya afi ne eko akwakwa oprehan bia oye brema na ne no otedua ne da yesi tim ha adwen bema de ewozo matedua no mu yeden ogbo ejuma ma ya ma opiafo ogbo ejuma ne ya ma opiafo bema de ewoso didi for my asekom enkan hyehye no low spec count do nya watutu wunya ba Ramu Jantoa Heba Clinic na Dr. Nana Owusuku Trampe ebeboa na wejina na so pa se fiber ne du nyamjabro so and afi diabetes asthma hepatitis se wakoma kidney lung liver ni na be ne aboa me baby girls no muntie ma baby ncheche enye de enya akono baby guy himfio no ma honye hwehwehwam honcheche enye de enya akono na naba wa peso be san ba betriza ze boys ni zi obabu ona ura ayeze wato ho bi mu no ya na ha adwon kwa vagina tight ne no enze me de batwi e be ha adwen kakra omberhe na yaboa sisi ho de amao and a baby girl pe bottom power shege bottom power obeze echi mu yedu kofo ho a na o mabo manum he ge nyame ehia no enkom ye mfa pane bi anko wo woto abi last time ma me mamu na de no okowo pane no ba ko wo to adechi na ne ruafi ne to no wo pane no ene esan no wo ha besi nei ma me mamu na ne to ache a ona mabako aminkom ena ba ko apie ejodimi mpie we no nye pane ebibidro nkoten ne hihye bi a yere fefa so a na shigi na pi onamo a na obia ehu wanimu no so pese mu yedua na sebizebu nufu no eno so no behwe na ya ye ho adwuma de ama na guess na aba no adwumre omoje boys ni dinti omefu na ye kakraka obi efu so che ne to enyefe kone na ne shade no engu sisi no begu he so eno na anamo a Coca-Cola body shape Jantoa Heba Clinic my goodness madu oda dada kona baby gay sisi na ho fe no emboa na ne ma enkoye pa enfama abija kwanta school junction oben old Goyo filling station so Lake Road obomode nyomo fana banane doctor Nana Owusuku Trampe any come 0555 805533 0555 ogusu a free hair screening no ya de ogusu a ekoso wakoma oliver okidney lung prostate hepatitis no ni nyina no ko ebe checkeri ama no ba peba onya bia esi January 2026 this so find our court near Boa Nanema ended the year pen farmer Gifted Icon season 2. Gifted Icon season 2. Now the new media the back where the be makuma ye de pa. The Gifted Icon we did that so season 2 no a Street Crown edition. Street Crown edition. The uofie na ye rapper Kasahari no mami 2, mami 3, mami 4. Nijina me na so mi medjuma me nim sire mi si ye no ni nyina no akonya ba oni nwon to abra. Na be showcase you talent no Gifted Icon and the maiden edition no na e super na mo de kofo baba be jomu di we na nya ka mono chiao edu tifie wo ye den ya bia dia 2 Gifted Icon season 2 Street Crown edition bra na be file forms no na nema enkoye pen fama wait me apeke forms no Fakye TV your premises abantama ye ne bantama president D enimre na wa ba be register na onso wo ichi afana mai na ankomo bia ne mpimfu di na you register 0550 772113 0550 2113. The street is watching, the crown is waiting. Gifted Icon season 2. I don't know. So yeah, you remember, Krobia Dinkunim said, you met, you know, you for the second go no money. Here is that Nani win at there, but Koroko. Finally, go after 4 matches wrong. Can use it to Abomodenia win. So, the need the other father come Ibrahim send it down etimi area far. Heart of Fuku.
Got a quiet dear more basso. Me share go in the video, me who be intimate can wasem, say you're offside, say you're offside, intimate can wasem. That somebody I hold the referees hostage your park, so over company for any bill.
Say,
referees no.
I did. I represent pay for that day.
Omunyadi. Ube company for any bia. Me share referee come with the match, but I'm tempted to believe say omo na jamai. Omo na be na ga wan bi. Omo omuzuba ya. Omo. Pa me opare ado asem na o kan no. The explanation is isu mami o say December fe na year December 10th na my for it, 16th, 18th, by house, or
kind patches, on the house for car, or the car. A December year, Babel, no corner, the all kind of patching in an. But you no interview in Ibiza and sent you, or Beso, say, Omon de Omocan, went to me and Yanu. The Yafadio. Yat's why, Yanemoka born when you don't want to why? Country places say no moka or moniro no born no mono wishe. Go opariasem no mean who need to mean who at night. My jans and that cow. But Sunny Dara say Utu and our trainer Biatre on him point to where they say you cannot do the same thing and be expecting different results. Yeah.
It has always been the same approach. Thinking that once upon a time, you change a near makakra to get the expected or the deserving results are open on Sankam. But you don't need a soothsayer or a prophet to come and tell you, say, how to folk need to do different things to get results. I've been saying this. So we see ultra modern purposes. Complex, I hold we are say the biggest of it all. Now you na park and so results nenya. One you careful there why nobody will appreciate.
No correct.
Because we have to folk need to win trophies. For that to reflect on the Omaya of the pitch. We see what's the name? Commercial Center see one. Next team look relegation at the end of the commercial center never kwaji. But the team no win a trophy. You based on that team no Africa, you use that as a marketing tool. Now the activated businesses our commercial center.
Yeah.
We see ultra modern facilities and you groom talent there. But that talent should yield results for you. Say be able to say I don't know where you know and go into the bin. And for Swabaso, how to folk time na owini our park so not on net even Sandy Madu, but they were able to find way to win on the field. So say now when you the basics nanka and on the baba wow I'm aware successful no more. Look where Fena near my air konechi. The people who are running Accra House of Folk, for crying out loud, we are in 2025. I cut 21 days. Nyame ankuye ne etinko kwakuni esi 2026. How to folk need modern brains to run the affairs of the club. They need, when I say modern brain, it doesn't mean the person should be 20 years, 25 years or 30 years. Somebody is 60, somebody is 65. But the person knows the current trend of Enyema, a course where you are grown. Those are the brains House of Folk need. But it looks like Nkofona Omoye Jumanity team. Baby, they've not decided to do a bit of dynamism. You yɛnsesa yɛn nsa no kakra ɛma club ninya results and I know me ka asɛm bi wɔ ha and I repeated same and today message so until Togo afede ebefa enkofo a run a club no day-to-day activities on their own, finding a way to generate money to run the club. Say be a afeni ebesha say and wama the management no seed money say maybe $500,000, $300,000, $1 million. Say MON-FRI and run a season no. And also a generate be the account the year Jumana. That money sit in a certain account. Yeah, they run a club. That way, team no administratively, they can run it smoothly. But the Nyanesana, everything need to go to Togo for an approval, for signatures to be signed before that thing is approved. And so, Maya, if care is not taken, say the team are added 2 years, extra more training grounds. Yet their house buried. How? No cranny embassy ever catch them. Say, yeah, baby, I had the pay you any friend Jimmy, yeah, but Cabanaka house, I could division 1. Ebian come back by no that's all. Say a bon liga, ya de pay you, and a year Juma pass a cannot crash the one. By now, house of folk are division 1. It doesn't come that's so division 1 horrible, and then gave you a Macoba qualifier back because they found themselves in that situation not once. How one way or the other, things were manipulated for them to survive. Until that. Examine Togo be dear to me say, I didn't make up a dear. But, when come into me, couple with me busy schedule, no, I need people to leave some powers, some administrative powers to them to run the team. This is the chief executive officer. This is the maybe sporting director, general manager, and now say whatever positions are and conform occupy with free hands. No, Koku, you are privy to something, which I keep on saying. If you want the best, you go for the best.
Yeah.
You strive for the best. Say, who here the best? Nani pane emma conditions are. You give Nipan and say, okay, you are demanding this. I'm giving you this. I want to see this, that. If you are not able to do it, I fire you. Koku, how to folk got somebody who they wanted to do the job for 3 years. With target, any partner say, give me this, that. With target now, Odiamami in 3 years. No, I give myself 2 years. 2 years. If I'm not able to beat 80% of your targeter, sack me without compensation. Almost everybody on the board agreed to any partner proposal, and then in the oil. But and Kofono was around the team, one way or the other, playing some role, even supporters. Say, Sanko Fueka team, no team didn't call any no. If we are so, you have further insisted. Sanko Fueka should be part of any panel or the man. How do you give me a master? I believe in my people. I think that I have capable team. Me do a mobile, you bet me a year, Jumano. Let us come and do the work. We accept the blame. But you don't impose somebody on me. Somebody who does not share my vision. Set Nipani hold highest position in my administration. Nipani menene nam kwan back so. Me kase yenye left, no kase yenye right. At the end of the day, main supporters any obia ebe believe me say, "Adwuma na man ntimi what's any CV? I will not do it." Okay, me yan kodwene ho. You hear from us. It's 3 years now. It is a way MD, where CEO, where when nobody has a full Kajumana Tuma, you will have to do it alongside Sanko for me was Sanko for Corona and so supporters no any entire house of Bush any Nagi to say, where would their problem and not signing on us and say. So nobody begrudge relationship or war with maybe anybody. Sabi, how to focus not the only investment and our properties and our juma to go after the ewo. If you so dearly trust Sanko Foni say they are your 2 ICs. If they are not there, you can't. Formoko so asogili way.
Oh, they be
Formoko SIC.
Ebi omo football on India more than. So better than your
Kweku. Football now also mo hu nim de na omo ye no. Supporters now team ne ye omo de no. Fans ne team ne ye omo de o. Omo ne so da bi we mo ne yempo. Aduma no omo ntimenye. But still, omo da so to until has changed from that situation.
Mate.
Omo ha ndra ye kofi na meka se mi kire GM. On se me too many na me hwe house of folk din se ya. Na ye ma reho. Do you know the reason?
Are.
And ye na house na mu ne no. Say supporters now sorry anyina and fight am o man ye right and put to the right structures. House se omo ho nyamo omo ho nyamo.
Mate mama issue.
Omo ho be ye mobo pa. Who's to go after? The whole house ho be ye mobo pa.
Mate, my issue. Bra na kwakumra na me mama fa.
Diaby,
my issue.
Say inso ta baby fa kwa yana nkaka krabem na afenso opanyini nso no uyisika every bottle ba kuma bottle ne ehi emu ye ha the moment emu be ye ha no na afi no ohye ne nsa POP nso so a club no na se football ne run wo krumo ha no na esika ne de run sebi ye sorry bet na ha na se ye adwuma ebi didi anopa ewia enwumre ebi so didi ewia ene enwumre ebi so wo ho a onidi krokofie no akodidi because adwuma na wo ye no untimi fa ekom enye adwuma. The same thing applies to footballers are ye treat wo ewo kroma untimi nkobo akra ha so folk as untimi ensi akan fama club wo kroma with about 3 to 4 months and a club wouldn't pay you, expecting the player to deliver good performance at the football club. Intimacy that it is either the club will lose or the player will lose itself. It is only a team. Nasa all run a football club. Nasa only a team. Nasa all football players. Not players no iyo makume ebo born the mount. Nasa all fairly. So, with the expense of these players giving out a good performance for your club, obe award one as obe motivate you more. Sometimes the club na SNK has folk problems. No, hasn't been only about salary of players. Who check it ever since a Kofi Yesu J league in the moment. Check the number of coaches from Abba House of Folk. David Oklu, Slatko Matic, Wine Watara, from Watara. Didi Dramani. Checking the number of coaches on my back. Debating these coaches no intimate na. And after Coach Samobodu or free club no Mokoya no. These coaches no maba no muntiminye bibi papa from my house of folk. It's because of say administratively there is a big problem within house of folk.
Okay.
Debiame betina haka say young crow for no more running your football krum and say clubs are kesi e krum hanom no. Adia baako pa ha clubs no kruma say omo get resourceful personnel, not just a resourceful personnel but obi a owo nimdie owo in knowledge about the football and then he can run your football for you administratively. Yen krum ha and especially some of our clubs no the Kotoko and House of Folk no omo like sa na no. So when you be a resourceful person so oba be club na ediama club no so a na sandi pakro na dane no ho odumfu kumfo no so free club no ko especially with the last two administration that took Kumasi and Tokotoko nipa na nim so ni owo nim de na all run club na wie no after the ekwo wi ase na eka nipa na body atokumasi and Tokotoko tisu no that it has become very problem for the club to actually pay the debt and nipa kro no incur for the club. So what I'm trying to say is say House of Folk problems you know to where I invest so much. Public mind complex, good infrastructure, training facilities, mini sports stadium, and there's a House of Folk, airborne FA Cup, training grounds, all because of the good facilities are. Papa Netimema House of Folk, but in Crawford more House of Folk, the Yaman need didn't have more.
Actually, you don't know, fine, but is there enough people? Someone show TV our view. We invest all right. But results on bar still keep on repeating the same
microphone didn't have more. It is some microphone so you move through. Some microphone and also uji san microphone feel we club owner we invest so much House of Folk are running about do say club need demanding club check it the supporters from Accra Mantemu check it the supporters across the country of Accra House of Folk even Kumasi Crown Player workers House of Folk supporters in Accra check it the number of supporters from Accra House of Folk Ukromano. So what I'm trying to say is say so we investor and say we a club owner we a millionaire we invest we a lot of things what sacrifice what commit a lot of things for the club. That's a microphobia the macho club and omudi hamadi na was all here sack them pamwomo san microphone no the House of Folk club na no bebre na sebi adwuma no muni omo the House of Folk club na bebre na ni adwuma. That is the reason why Slatko Matic beba no I catch us say players nimpo eye training we are even sachet water cramp e din the mom players near training we are na koko ne kosi koko any coach near them players no some who breaky for their training enya sa coach be make hu sa de no kuruma
things are not your Costa Papicho.
Sorry Costa Papicho yes
Costa Papicho yeah
ekwo wi ase no House of Folk penifo be share supporters na chi e mo pamu coach no asem ni ko wi e wa henfa. We are talking about in Crawford more House of Folk team ni mo a se to ban fa ne NC form enyi san Crawford na free club nim na so no wankasa am finance club e hu resourceful president osa o metima no I mean House of Folk club na message House of Folk no o hu e be senke last 2 seasons House of Folk a big club like House of Folk na House of Folk depending on my last match
no mo dey survive
asa no mo dey survive league no ato mo sa 3 times I think say last season Ena Watara be breaking that gene the man House of Folk. Last 2 seasons, Omoni be changing the couple last game before.
Na men kwa.
Me kai say sa game no. Kakre bia na me ami nwie tu ahena be chero de ato. No mu hu na House of Folk. E wo social media no omo de to X tom de to a. E ko wi ase no. Be chemfo na di kan share first go. No, I mean just I don't first I give no to. So what I'm trying to say is say House of Folk kwakwa ko do baby a 2-3 seasons ago, this is a House of Folk, a big club. Our Confederation Cup OGB, Champions League, all young in the latter part of 2000. I could do Pempe, so was a House of Folk, a battle for relegation. And son was surviving for the next season. House of Folk about bedroom Pempe, so be one man. Division 1 league, and as a Division 2 club. And the House of Folk a film in the FA Cup. And as an owner, as an investor, so you investor, that's a even po. Who the sikano, who to sikano go? That's a say sikano and your the resource. Dear na wasa way. In Crawford, almost a club in the Mama club in Timin Tumpomo, you free club in. Because Didi Dramani problems no office no. Ebi or tear chenana satam no nyamba into omba back to football beam no. Because of House of Folk no me bambi the same. Or buy no. Say Watara briefing no.
What's the idea there? We push.
Yes.
Push.
Say only Didi Dramani e boom punum puna say okasa wo ka House of Folk problems wo mu di akere wa. Ebe yon wa.
Well, there are now family and mama for them. Finally, after 4 matches, no papa in your ring. That is all my breath.
Kwaku yemo Asante Kotoko Abaso for that victory munyaye. Future stars omunye bad side and you know about mouse so far. But Kwaku, we should take note of Asante Kotoko performance in the second half. It's something that because sure more games are more bonus and the second half performance now I think that something that is a see above Abaso. But we can't say you won't always get it in the second half.
Oh, meanwhile, I don't know. Brahma said, you ask a game no. Almost shots here, almost you on 10. You on first goal about 9th minute. After no to some people up pushing one the walk about second half no. No, but and news about it. You almost so you say for more thing. And you normal. I even my show ne kwa kumini de me kan mate ase a anya no ma sele back be na fi bom ntentem and am ate say set so asen pra
say asem ababiem
Kwaku me issues with Kotoko medical doctors no issues with them no issues with coach Karim Zito and Obibia or managers and Kotoko team no Kwaku main pesa meje brena tumbebri. Dintiani yese. Games no mbo no mu create chances when you are not scoring goals and bre.
Oh, okay.
But up our games no mu create chances oh. So what bra born a man first half and I almost started slow. May I'll attribute it to the fact that you are me.
Oh, okay.
Because up our games in the first half. And I don't know the current situation with the Kotoko physical trainer or whatever. I'm told to say, Niho be master day.
Yeah, no, they're crying on the feel crutch.
So, if that is the case, the team will suffer. A big club like Asante Kotoko ain't mean putting your money together to make sure say there is someone that will have physical trainer. He will take your players no through your manoma. And so team community and must call every start free they will be doing say I'm a run a free work on. Yes, and baby. Yes, and baby. But you're more about for the win to the league kind. But you can't always say the money in the second half and answer for share woman. To me, the biada. I'm going to second consider first half one.
Yeah. No, I'm going to second first half next year. I'm going to buy an abasek.
And I was like, share no more tea. And I die minute to know push for you. And yet to see actually. When the mediama, it was the second half, no matter wonders.
Yeah.
And today, to second half, no matter wonders.
Yeah.
Your second half, yet, say, oh, yeah, dear. But me nyano teams at the biara that ono mebo first half no my no about it nyana sa de biara. So I think say whatever be the case sa Asante Kotoko team no GDA say omo team na anka say omo lucky bibia they should make sure say they are taking care of it. And yes sir Kwaku the issue joba. Then to the players I so omo prepare net Kwaku if a player is fit enough to be on the Kotoko bench he should be fit enough to start game for Asante Kotoko. So the mekano we were issues with Asante Kotoko with Hawa in the case that last season bought senior team from the junior side column and first experience no you don't have it now. And I sit down and I really don't understand how side and it's here any taking that decision because say yeah build the team near a month for a team now be a last season. Onya minute or Asante Kotoko team nim no ka team no wa quantum near the no. How do we allow that person to go on loan? Na yem for be a new person yem fa number team nim. It's something that be seen there making a woman here. But when that decision was taken, say backfire ya. Uko kai to say hey nyatu was here. But this is the reality. Last season it was Isaka Abdul Nanebo. He scored 19 goals or so in the Division 2 for Asante Kotoko. No be bo senior team be kakra ye do no kolon do damisa no ye on and off for team nim ono atena guy back na obo niam so
one sir
ono ko ye de chairman dunia na aba e de bentia banko no wa ben team na bobi kakra ne de enka obo Kotoko ni biem ne nya de anke mu oden but do no mom kolon nye de fofra ba
o me dem Miss Kwaku issue Miss Romo.
If Ali Mohammed now to bench to be qualified but na Kotoko bench, he should be able to start game for Asante Kotoko.
A game like this will be to mind your trust.
Koku, that is the case. Until I make us say, Coach Karim Ditu is to be the coach Karim Ditu I used to know.
I will be so one or so. We also now both 4 matches after us managed to be winning. Now maybe both future stars. I mean, say a tough game. Game we need pa correct pa. Who take his RX in who kakra. We almost said no almost Sunday. Small boy never be see.
Losing.
Almost Sunday losing.
Search prayer no buy.
I say prayer no baba be remember.
And no na coach Bashir for Beka Chiro say. So you dance now South Zone to Kumasi. Now ko takra na say takra in 20 minutes South Zone to now when you dancer.
Oye Kokwasa Zanta.
Oye builder now but team what? This is where Oma man for who so fast who how be divide juma.
After the game videos na America crab we say na Zata so I mean say no okitani butu toguso. Is a basa no more wechi number become center back.
Mali ni mo.
What is that career?
Mali ni mo. Because what Kotoko bench Edwo mo koba and not let to beat me abo. And per the matene per the mahu. That guy is a good player.
Or your left footed center back.
Give him the opportunity to play. Give him the opportunity to play. Kwaku yen timi nkase kotoko kwa crisis munti bi bie general transfer window na kotoko kwa sisa bibia ba begumo na wo plan bomb be fine. So that shouldn't happen. You need to manage the situation. O manage the situation here, then you are able to go. You got two players beninam team ni mo no o ba tino ma anya justify one anya trials. O mbe sign straight ye hwe why you home. Don't no pon or whatever. Yes so be bo Africa ma san kotoko whatever. Ya ma wa so for the win. Ko mu free mo na nka nyampo chanka by 3 p.m. Eze nko mapa mo coach Karim Zitu. Ko mu lose this game. So yes so ma win and a good one at the moment. Kwaku said ye na Sunny Dara edim community ne abrante fe na Salem pa fara okwa aduana stars no. Se house of folk na akotoko ne pa e be passing through a lot of nyoma and a we mesanye and a we me see we na no be brain delay but quickly the be an tentem no continue pa hwe yesi kotoko ne aduana e pre player wona se player no onye na agin se bi odokotoko ni bi no obekọ a aduana be fa no one Heart of Lions e pre player ho na obefa no because omo no enya fe na cause bebre let be kwa ko daba bi se de loda mo akotena house of folk camp a oba obewo kotoko no enti se de Nurudin Amadu Kawela coach ni ese na na ya assistant coach ama house of folk kotena house of folk sa o sa bae no ensi. It should tell you say nema akachi wasa yen kotoko ni house ni and the earlier ombe dane sa anema no the better for us house of folk team ni there said yes ya ni say do msi ko sa na beko because nothing will change to your parade on 7 hour kana onimba bi odi asem na efa onimba bi odi asem na eko because ne nsem ni nyina no e ya ade a entisi so December na nso ya nkasa odi ubika metia mintimi nkan kire anuano media so mo de meka ma ye adwuma no nuru ba bia na ye da ban ani atem entibena makase anuano de meka because my November salary yetua December na me ye no menya adwuma ni wie timena makase me de amode meka now about justify the December pen and modi omoka say December and month na wu ana that is to tell you say be ho do you think say Hamza and Crawford will sit down and want to just write something keken from Rabontin na wo things them throw table you if you want to fetch for your information now we one on things me because we has go do ba wontin na be PR rec na be PR rec na wo ja wo kwa yan so be fan wo akire ni akade wo de akire amanfo
pate
monye no maye
ade ne ba ya na on kasa ho ya bi mate so mo zo mo twia mate so mo zo mo twia
Andra
say me no kaka
eludiro be kasa le tabla la de le tabla sule no pe
entina me ka ja say o kasa na me ka say me hu bi odi na asem ni ti
na say ni nyina na say na me bi ko say December no mo de omoka
December bia no bia
say le kwaku bara say kan say November so ye na general manager ba ka che mzu ya effective payment and na ye 10th payment no effective reflecting my HTM account me nya SMS alert house wo tuamka utuawe
abi ma record me mama
but my head was second go no mon kan che future stars for
no omokoda kwa ma ha
I love side
ni mba bia ma
omokoda
o second go
omokoda
yeah team zakes na ne pe o
my head video
no watch on na 4 5 ah odi go when no
omokoda
and you're offside me I was wondering
trap on video not draw lines
and you're offside
omokoda and offside
ma me farmer for oba no wa TV set no wa tie ni ana akoye ni na aboa na nyina bia ho ato ne kama pa 0206 334747 0206 334747 0206 334646 0206 334646 obetimi adjoin ya wa friend na wa venture
coaches for na e do ko sa mo ma ko e you for pro one selection na
ya
hwana ya
o che bebe kawa
na no na maganjiro okay
that's the only me di hon komo
okay no one selection
that match is estimate na man kon aso ngana
so my breaking league we do holidays
we star player
but breaking league we do holidays
abana me se china me dim komo
nkomo bia ni ho be do holidays
na to dia ni baby afrefi ya good evening baby afrefi ya good evening sir me to ka odi ni baby afrefi hello me ba jo o ti nka ya me to ka odi ni baby afrefi
just need the sample because of the command.
Sami mitio. Hello, Sami mitio nka mitio.
Just need the sample
me ka just kwase.
Ah, Same edio wo TV no so tie mi ana enko mi tie why. Na Same nye ready mo fa from am na ye hwe na ye enko ye nim na ye nye we ya. Baba to di any baby afrefi.
Your friend is Zakaria Ibrahim Banda. Is a fluency.
Zakaria Ibrahim Banda. Me when you boko there.
Yeah, me adon.
Ibrahim too.
Etia and when no panels nina. Na no kata bibu say me hu no ba na baby me wan after distance so untia mantimi am preach no.
Okay.
Master no me dey call the balance cancer say ya. Eh big teams no. Omo ana sabi omoma small teams no anisa omo. Because we a big team now watch a small team and no 4, 3, 5 1. Or better respect you. That one my small team on the ball no can show one before work what until no any sound that on him say on with me bo. And then say be okay yeah and crop for na big teams na. Eh the more small teams don't respect your mobium. Because any big name beer or Ghana league no biom. Until mama say league no crano interest are free. See best a more team no any players na nkasa so. Cause obey ubuku anymore. I was how stand out. Umu amount for who stay. Once no we are special. Sano uko anymore. Obia himself so way. Yeah, or the right person I have a bit me a project and say work up why a boy. Abu Nkazaka no kore say Ghana high state you know. Player ben pan a bit me see about project and say we pan your mefanonko. Yeah, can you be na yeka because they are not exceptional.
Mate, mami hwe na me fa. Odi ani baby afrefi. Hello, caller Temenka. Hello, caller Temenka. Oh, munya na mu mami hu ni ade na me comment. Na ye hwe na ye nye wozu betimi adjoin na ro agencha baba wallo wa TV set no. Watie me ana yakwe anim na aboa na bibibia akọ kama pa ne we ya I menhwe na menfa foforo me pa to di ene baby afrefi
pa chefe me ka chefe coach
me ya me pa to bi ti o
pa to pe se mi bu sha se coach sina ka to ke ko di o mo forma ko si ya de no hwa na di o mo ko
Martin me di ne ba ansa na mapeja me mu why okay. Medasi, my man, I'm fine. But you, Udiani baby, afrefi. Hello. Hello, call out Temenka. On your ready, I'm going to call now. You're funny powerful. Why? On your ready, I'm going to funny powerful. But you, Udiani baby, afrefi.
Me didn't just come because I think the man.
But you on Zema boko there.
Zema boko.
Yo, me too. Yes, we had that Juma Dawasi meet you, Pamina.
Enzo Mares count to near my year because chance night Yamala Lami Yama, I also did the same thing. And my Stavao. And this I have a Pamon. Medamasi.
Mate, Menso Medas, me Pacho, Diani baby Afrefi. Hello, low TV set no na tie me ana yanko ani why? Udi ani baby afrefi.
Hello. Mr. Jamfi, good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Jamfi boko there.
Ya ko pa di me pa the pa boko. Me ni se mo so mo ye.
Mr. Jamfi yes.
Mo ye na pa mo ye. Ya ko so bo ma ba so. Me ni se mo ye no so ni. Na ni e ja ko to fasi. Nda se de no ba ko mo na mo ma ti so. Ni za fi ni no ma na pe ti. Mo so to mo me. I said the call and can see Siano. And so Mariska, Omusha to woman, they say, Okuna Nimua no Asabinity, Okuna Nima no Asabinity. And you never did the bomber the animate in Yamai. Mother, the phone again in the last.
Mate, Medas, Mr. Jamfi, me hear na me fa for Diani baby afrefi.
But Ozi man.
Yo, Ozi me pacho meet you.
And only the one top and that have
Matthew Biajo so me fa for me bajo dini be. Hello, call out Temenka. Hello, call out Temenka. Baba to dini baby Alfrefi.
ABOU DIABY ba ko pe.
Yes sir.
We Benji we Sylvia.
Yeah, Benji, meet you.
Mo was ram ka se mu go juma. To karba atwa on wa chana no. Wa ka chana je. En ma be die police form ne do lu so only I have to go so meet your prayers in the Baya, or meet my name with my bobo and say, Lose near the doors with the white. ABOU DIABY and Minajuma.
Mateo Zuni Yamenta, Mary
Salan Casa said the Baya, yes, we have a friend to my boyfriend. Monsieur Junior, I see. When you now.
Mela, if I could chat or a so. Last call out Dini baby Alfrefi.
Hello.
Yeah, one out chat to Dini baby Alfrefi.
Yeah, family park with me, because every Abrodunkwa.
Pa Abrodunkwa Boko there.
Abrodunkwa Boko.
Baba show me to you.
Kotoko for no my idea. Now, Chelsea for no more. Enzo Maris uncle. Enzo Maris uncle. Any baby I got me dancing.
Men so me that sepa men for bia abi coaches no amon dey omo ko o me dey 4
I'm say Black Galaxy's assistant coach Gordon Ashite Atram, Black Satellite assistant coach Wilfred Dorman, National U15 coach Fatah Salifu, and then House of Folk assistant coach Abdullahi Ghazali. I didn't do Abdullahi Ghazali or Mka House of Folk assistant coach. Wilfred Dorman on the Dreams FC coach. Wilfred Dorman on the Dreams FC coach.
Yeah.
Gordon Ashite Atram, Black Galaxy's assistant coach. Yeni baby all. Fatah Salifu, U15 coach. Yeni baby all free.
Yeah.
I didn't do Ghazali in House of Folk assistant coach. How can Wilfred Dorman Dreams FC head coach and
Fambo mami.
Why I assistant coach?
Chiro said do my no 7 purpose but cool.
I'm not. They are Ghanaians. Ghana coaches. They also deserve the refreshing courses or whatever they call it. Omunya Titiano never Ghana football. But you see, all started there now. And starting you see. Yet the crew I work out today and say, coaches on Beji League, Mondo call refresher courses. Since I'm mobile, Kofuaji League, I'm for be and Quintica when we buy. The papa ma yet is way. Coaches no my league and that kind of critical administration. Omunye penny fool. Young coaches, yeah. Tikane papa ma serve that first.
Have you watched Ocha mo ebe banana ba be show. Why? I do them.